like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, my life destroyed. Until I woke awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly up away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the strength, you're all I need. Need. Oh, gonna give it a shot. Only one of me to shield you all from the enemy. You're a superhero. You're a superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Can I be your superhero?
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me. So we like a mid-phase. I'll just buy a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.
invincible.
Sometimes I'm selfish, get jealous. I feel a little helpless. My whole world has shifted again. You made a promise, I kept it. Now I'm second guessing. My whole world has shifted again. Now I drive back to an empty room, and it's setting in. Now that your things are gone, what have I done? Was everything worth this? I guess I deserve this. Oh, do I run whenever I'm hurting? I guess I'm still learning how to run.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the one.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to World Esports Cup yet again. This is going to be the second day of the second group stages, and this is going to be the part of India who's going to be fighting it out. You know, the best of six who's going to be playing it out in this group will be selected for the next round. And for the first time on the desk, I'm going to invite you guys, one of the, well-known person, but at the same time, a very good friend of mine. Love to do analysis with him. Upcon, welcome to the desk, and how are you feeling today?
Well, I'm really excited and thank you for the warm welcome. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. An Infinix smartphone presenting the World Esports Cup. Welcome everyone, and I'm really excited to see that what are these teams gonna show us today. It's gonna be quite some roller coaster ride today, Arka, because we have seen teams yesterday competing quite hard against the six map. Now we have the final six map with us, and we also have some teams who have already made it till the top, and nothing but they have crossed the century. You see, Ape, it's very
Yep,
difficult for any team to make sure that they are crossing that three-digit mark, which Team Desi
exactly.
Gamers have already done. And it's my first day here, so you definitely know what these teams have for us. Do let me know, what are going to be your predictions and what all could we expect today at day two of our Group B.
You can always expect the lions to again roar, because they are the kings of the jungle. As of now, we have the Desi gamers over here who are actually showing us how things can be done when you go all out brawl against the other teams. It's going to be hard for any team to compete with them when they're maintaining the consistency so well. It's not like they're playing it out with just placement points or kill points. They're balancing both of it so well that they have achieved that 100 pointer. And I don't think so that any team by the end of six maps till date had achieved 100 pointer. I mean, it's just not in my
Wow.
memory. Even there could be a team, but at the same time, I really like the way the other teams are also trying to cope up with it. Total Gaming Tycoons is one of those teams who are right behind them, but I have to tell this that three teams, the second, third, and fourth position, all of them are 2 to 3 points away from one another. Total Gaming Tycoons are at 64. Then we have Helping Gamers at 63. Then we have Orangutan Elite at 60. Then we have UG Empire at 58, Godlike at 58, Chemin Esports at 54. So these are the teams to watch out for. And we all know by the end of this, we have seven teams who are on close proximity with one another, but they'll be all fighting it out for the bigger picture as soon as they cross this stage of the group stages. Yes, they're going to be fighting it
Yes.
out for 75 lakh rupees. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest number you can expect, and that you can expect only over here at World Esports Cup. It's divided like this, and my friend will take us through.
I mean, am I really seeing this? It's an actual $1 million. Not even this time it's a rupees as we see in any other tournament. 75 lakh of prize pool. I mean, this is going to be the total prize pool for you guys at the World Esports Cup. First team, whoever will, make it up, they will get that seven-digit prize pool of 35 lakhs, followed, with a runner-up who will be getting 15 lakh as well. So that's a 1.5 million INR for them. Third place getting 8 lakh rupees, with fourth place and fifth place getting 6 and 4. I mean, top five teams also. Normally we see it's a podium finish, right, Aka? The top three teams, they
Yep.
get the prize pool, they get all the thing. But here, because it's gonna be quite a long journey for all of the teams out there, there is gonna be prize pool for not only first, second, and third, but also the prize pool gets diversified till the eighth position team. So, in a lobby, there's only 12 teams, and out of that, imagine being inside the grand finale and going with that, top eight position. I mean, that's such a big, big achievement. Not just if you didn't win, win and lose is a part of a game, but because you lose, you gain the experience, which helps you to improvise. And with that, I even saw there's this MVP, best clutch, fan favorite. So, guys, whoever have tuned in with us, do not forget to share with us which is that epic clip which you would like to see and you would like to support as well any of your favorite player out here or the clutch. And you might have seen most of the clutches, but there's the schedule as well. Today's schedule seems to be quite amazing in terms of the six maps.
Yep, it's gonna remain the same as well. Every day it has amused us. It's gonna keep amusing us for the rest of the group stages. The first map is gonna be Bermuda. The second one is gonna be Purgatory. The third one being Kalahari, and that equation is gonna be repeated twice. So six maps overall. In case you guys are not able to perform the first time on Bermuda, you guys have a fighting chance when it comes yet again. But all these things said and done, I really want to point out at one big title which is there in the overall prize pool, and that is the best underdog team. And we have seen that there's a lot
Wow.
of competitions coming in, especially in the current group which we are playing at this point of time. We have the side of Helping Gamers. They were the teams who actually
Okay.
fought battled it out in the previous league stages, and they made it over here. They were the underdog teams to watch out for. They were helping other teams to actually, other bigger teams, good names, or the big dogs, they were helping them get out of this
Yes.
tournament. So I do believe that these are those teams to watch out for. And all these things said and done, Upcon, mean, we all know that the game of Free Fire is actually spreading like fire itself within the community, right? But with
Yep.
that being bringing the bigger prize pool of 75 lakh rupees, I mean,
Yes.
just the
This
kind
is
of
phenomenal.
opportunities opens up.
Yes, it does. It does gives a platform to all the teams out there. As we saw, you talked about an underdog team. You talked about helping gamer. Let's see what this team got, because already they seem to be quite a troublemaking for all of the big dogs, as you said. And I'm really excited because this is what makes things quite interesting. Starting things off
Yep.
from the side of Bermuda, it's going to be quite a balanced map, Arca, which we are going to see. And this balanced map really comprises of the positioning points plus the kill points. Now, it's up for me. I would ask you that, what is the playstyle of this team? I would like to see, will they go all out attack? Are they a dominating team or are they a consistent team? Talking of which, points table, here it is the first rank getting 12 points, an official, ranking system which we usually get to see. And per kill, also, I guess there's 1 point which will be
1 point,
reported to each
yes.
and every player.
Yeah, but at the same time, the second to the ninth position, or probably the 10th position, the point is going to descend by one, from 9 to 1. And I do believe the 11th and 12th will be going away empty handed. But at the same time, guys, realize this, that if your team has a frag of 6 or 5, you're equivalent to the sixth or the fifth position. So it's important for you to gain those frags and then try to survive until the end. Probably you'll be putting an average of 10 to 12 points for your team, which will be more than enough to push your team up the ladder or probably retain the top spot. Yes, you were asking like you wanted to, what kind of expectations do I have? Do I have to see the
Yes.
same teams dominating? I strongly believe that Desi gamers have nothing to lose at this point of time. Just imagine you're one of those team in the tournament. You've already crossed the 100 pointer. You know that no team can outnumber you. Obviously you'll be playing a more different, confident kind of gameplay,
Yes.
right? You have nothing to lose. You'll go all out brawl. You'll be like, let's try to create history over here, because right now the best balance I've seen till date, because they've got like 49 kill points and 57 rank points, right? So on the top of
Okay.
the table, they're almost having it equivalent to one another. Even after that, we have the total gaming tycoons having 31 and 33, consecutively for rank and kill points. But still, on the top, when you see the 50 pointer coming in just for the kill points, you can expect in 6 maps, let's take it on an average.
Yeah.
If you have 5 matches, 5 maps, you're getting 10 kills on an average in every map. So if it's 6, then obviously they're getting around 8 frags in every map. So you can imagine the kind of aggression they're showing in this game.
I mean, we did talk about domination. We did talk about consistency, which we were expecting that which one of these T approaches will Team Helping Gamer, choose in case they want to top up the points table. But Team Desi Gamers, they seem to be having both
Yeah,
of them. They are dominating, plus they are consistent. I thought that the points
exactly.
table is really going to be the one, as we saw in the scrims, that the winner backs away with 20 to 30 points. Then is when you can expect a century, right? Only 6 map having an average of, I guess, 17.8, like 18 points. I mean, you truly said that you have to win a booyah, you have to have minimum 6 kill. If you don't win a booyah, you have to have minimum of 8 kills. And these numbers are something, seems as if Team DC Gamers has quite dominated yesterday, and that domination is the reason that already we are seeing in the chat that viewers are also quite supported and quite excited to see that what is the action which we can expect from Team DC Gamers today.
Yeah, but at the same time, even in the previous stages when Desi gamers came into the group stages, they had created history. Even there, they had dominated. They were the
Wow.
highest, probably they were the team with the highest number of points. But we'll be looking back at what it looked like at the end of the day.
Oh
Desi gave
my
us on the
god.
top, 57 rank points. That was an average of 60 coming in every map. They had a minimum of 10 pointer when it comes to the rank points, as well as a minimum of 8 pointers when it comes to a kill point. So they could put up a huge score of 106. And let me remind you guys, the first and second place have a difference of a 40 points buffer, and that thing is going to be huge.
Yes.
But the teams on the bottom at this point of time, Team Avatar, Hyderabad, Hydras, Blind Esports, and Headhunters, would have to perform just like how Desi Gamers did yesterday in case they want to have a fighting chance into the next group stages.
Chemin Esports having 54 points, Aka. The second place, which was, I guess, Team TG Tycoons, they are with 64. So you see the
Yep,
points in
yep,
the
the tight
ranking
fight.
coming in from top 2 to top 7. It's just a difference of 10 points. Having seen only
Yep.
one map could really change this overall, and this really shows that how competitive the podium finishes. But ranks are gonna be number one, as you said. It's definitely something where Team Desi Gamers will be having an easy go to cross the finish line, but followed by them, let's see which teams are going to be the one, because we are really seeing, given esports as well, who can really good give a good competition. They could really give a setback, because it's not just one map, it's back to back journey of 6 map. And the sequence is as such that we start from Bermuda, then it goes to Purgatory, which is one of the biggest map, the most durational based map, where we get to see 3 islands as well, and then we go to Kalahari, which is just opposite of Purgatory. So having these 3 maps played, then again Bermuda, Purgatory, and Kalahari, I mean, this is going to be quite interesting, and will be pushing the limits as well of our team's capabilities.
Completely agreed in what you're saying at this point of time, because every time by the end of the map of Kalahari, we can see a very huge difference when it comes to the overall point standing. Like it'll either be one team dominating, or it's going to be a neck to neck fight. I mean, just imagine from the second to the seventh position, each of them are giving the 100%. That comes up to show that with this 10-point difference, that they all want to make it into the next, stage of this tournament, where they'll be representing the country itself. And that's the most
Yes.
prestigious thing for you to do. Three different countries are playing it over here: Pakistan, India, as well as Nepal. And if you are one of those teams who want to represent your country, you have to give your 100%, and that is what most of the teams
Yes.
are doing. But there'll be one or two teams who will be coming out of the box giving more than 100, and those will be teams like Desi Gamers, whom we have to watch out for. But on the other side, one more point which comes to my mind is that it's just that the Grenadiers yesterday couldn't actually perform the way they could. I'm specifically speaking about
Okay.
Radhe Thakur coming in from Kemini Sports. I'm also speaking about
Yeah.
three names. Let me not go into too much of specifics. But today, in case they'll be able to come in and perform well, then we can expect a lot of changes in the overall points table.
I mean, raised a very good point. The use of utilities, which we see here, especially in these end zones, it's something which is going to be quite a chaotic scenario. Having moved out with
Yep.
your numbers advantage already and playing like a trio or duo we scored, things does not go in your favor, because the zone is completely, shifting back and forth. Let it be Kalahari or let it be Bermuda. The way that the zone is quite unpredictable, it really happens to change all the momentum of a team, all the strategies which they would have pre-planned right now. But it really, this is where things get interesting. You have to represent your country, so you have to prove yourself as well. And here is the right stage, the right platform, where you could really compete against the best teams in the region. The best teams in the regions are already proving themselves. Team Desi Gamers, what a impressive day one they had yesterday. Group B it is, and already crossing that 3 digit points. I mean, that's quite amazing. And having a consistency is the key to win right now. Your teams are not judged as if, what is their firepower, what are the level of team, they are playing with, what is the total number of kills. It's a balance of their positioning points plus a kill
Yep.
point. And as you know, Free Fire game, a game of battle royal mobile, esports, so you definitely need to have those survival stats with you. You need to have your survival ninja gameplays. If you go all out attack, it's not a death match. It's a battle royal game. So it really means that winning a booyah is something which really gets you rewarded with 3 additional
Yep.
points. But with that, in back and forth, if you just have a drop clash, you eliminate in the first two position, which is 11th and 12th, you get 0 finish points. So you see, things are really gonna be quite, I mean, I'm out of words for these teams, the way they will be going on with all the emotions right now.
Yeah, completely agreed. But at the same time, the teams on the bottoms, let's not forget those are the teams who are actually capable of performing and coming back,
Yes.
because we have Blind Esports, we have Headhunters, we have Assassin Army. These are not small teams or those teams whom you can underestimate. These are the teams who can come back and give such kind of a comeback that the teams on bottom will be wondering what happened to us in between the game that we couldn't get selected into the next round. So watching out for such teams is going to be, my expectations for the day, that they'll be able to bounce back, they'll be able to give something more than what they usually do, because they have to outperform themselves from the get go of today itself, because it's a final 6 maps. Hey, if you have any
Yes.
more dreams of making it into the next round, you have to give your 100% from the first map itself. If you lose one or two, then the teams on the top is going to dominate that, make sure that they get the 100% of it, and cement themselves to be those teams who will be selected for the next round. So I do believe that, it's a wake up call for the teams on the bottom, but at the same time, the teams in the middle, consistency has to be the key for them, and I hope you agree on this.
I totally agree with you. You see, there we did saw yesterday. That's not the reason that we saw only three map where Team DC Gamers would have, just dominated with
Yep.
25 plus point, and then in all of the rest three or two maps they might have got eliminated early. You're building your momentum, playing with your strat. It's not just gonna help you at this current time, but also will help you to lead to the finish line, because we see this is just the Indian regions out now, but then we will be having different regions as well. The trio region with will be competing against each other. That's where the real fun will begin. And we talk about fun. Here is the first map. We start our game with the map of Bermuda, and there's a plain path.
Yes, it's going to be Group 2, Day 2, map number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And I hope that you guys have all tuned in. If you have not, if your friends are missing out in the chat, do not forget to share it to them so that they can come and enjoy the game of Free Fire, which is going to happen over here. The map, the flight path is dissecting the map right to the center, giving an opportunity for all teams to go to their specific drop locations. Looking out for some early skirmishes is going to be me, Headhunters, and Blind on the southern side of Sentosa. Wants to get into and form their own love story. Mayam Guda gets taken out because of Niku's Korg at this point of time. He's going to be confirming him as well. And the first blood will be going to the side of Blind Niku. And he'll be happy to gain some more. And him as Blind has already done the damage against the side of Headhunters. That is the price you have to pay in case you're landing late and you're landing against a team like Bind Esports in their drop location.
Well said, Aka. Here they already have those 2 points, which they will be adding up in their points table. Quite a good start, quite an ideal start. Team Line Esports having a good, drop location. They did had a clash, but they did, make sure that they retaliate in these situations. They make sure that the pressure is being created well, so that they also have the room to make sure that they are able to get these enough loot in terms of the armories, weapon, loadouts, and definitely the utilities as well. Util usage is something which is going to be quite an interesting and an important scenario, and how our team's going to gather it is another question. Team Avatar, we are looking at them for currently a bit western side towards the side of plantations. Just near them, it's going to be Team Hyderabad Hydras. So let's see, will these teams be competing against each other, or would they choose the loot over the kill points, which is a big question for now.
Yep, completely agreed. But at the same time, we are able to see towards the side of Plantation. On the southern side of Plantation, where was the blue zone? And I don't know how many teams actually made it over there. But on the other side, it's going to be AVT, Team AVT, taking that risk, trying to jump into the jaws of death at this point of time, because they are jumping right between the team of Team CS. Chemin Esports will be hungry for kills at this
Oh.
point of time. And they would expect any team to walk into the crosshairs, because this is their land. They have, every time you jump into a map and you run around that terrain for a brief period of time, you'll understand that map really well. You understand the terrain very well. At this point of time, CS have that advantage because they've been here for a longer period. On the other side, Team AVT trying to challenge them. How well can things turn out for them is going to be the bigger question, because they're taunting the big bears, and let's see whether the bears will be able to slap them right in the face with the big paw.
Pressure being created from the side of Team Avatar 07. It's looking quite good. Team Kevin Esports, they are not able to retaliate, but I'm sorry for the casters, because Abhi gets denied. That's the opening with Team Kevin Esports wanted. Kevin Esports, they get a good opening. Here we seeing Wizard going on a complete flank, but with this flank, can he be able to capitalize on that first knock, resulting as a first point as well to their points table? I'm really waiting to see that what the scenarios are really gonna tell us, but seems as if Radha is already trying to back off, does not wants to overcome it, or maybe he wants to use the launcher, or you call it a glider, which he will be using for now to regroup with his team. Playing as a team is really going to be important. Abhay does not has much of an HP. Will he be able to get revived? Yes, he does. That magical pixel HP in which he survives at. The bleeding was quite slow because it was his first knock, and there is the rush which Team Kevin Esports would be wanting to do.
Yeah, but at the same time, the off angle held by the side of, Avatars will be giving them an opportunity to actually strike back at this point of time. Anand pretty much in the crosshairs. I would want to see how we'll be able to counter strategize against that one lurker sniper who's on the top of the towers. But at the same time, Kemin Esports grouping together and then going in for attack is something good to watch. I can see that it's going to be Lynch on the Link on the top, who's sitting and is trying to get those shots connected against them. But at the same time, Avatars on the bottom of the table need to watch out like how they're going to move from here on, because in case they get into an early skirmish like this and lose more than one player, then it's going to be hard for them to bounce back for the rest of the game, because the teams on the top, especially teams like DESI gamers who come in like a pack of wolves, they're going to make sure that they decimate teams who have lesser manpower than themselves. So I do believe that's important for Kemin Esports as well as Team Avatar to actually fall back from this fight, regroup themselves, get the right kind of farming, and then come in for a fight.
Well, still, we see a 4v4 fight still going on, trying to reposition a bit. A 3v1 lurk looks quite good for the side of, Team Avatar. But let's see what is, Team Hydra, having first. Team Hyderabad Hydras, they're already here. And Durgesh gets the first knock, gets the finish. And Team Gaming Esports, that's quite punishable to them because they are going to be losing out that first player, that numbers advantage, and that setback map, which we talked about, the 10 points of buffer which they were just having. It could have been quite recoverable, but with Wizard being lost as a player, it's not just a numbers disadvantage for now, Arka. It's a weapon, he was just a weapon and a good firepower for the whole team, and losing an assaulter like Wizard, it's really going to be a bit of a situational backlash for the side of Team Gemini Sports. Still, we see Team Avatar finally making sure that they are able to cover those flank angles, but Team Hyderabad Hydras finally building pressure, and this pressure being built looks a bit of a 2v2 split for now.
Yeah, but the backstab coming in from the Hyderabad Hydras is something which Kemin Esports were not expecting at this point of time. But it's important for Kemin Esports to actually run away from this fight, because right now they are the patty in the sandwich and it's not necessary for them to be. I was speaking about these two teams on the bottom who need to actually run away from here, not take that fight. But it's going to be Avatars on the other side who wants to challenge the side of Hydras. They want to make sure that decimate them because they know that they've already done the damage against the side of Kemin Esports. But Kemin Esports on the other side, they're stepping back a little. That doesn't mean that they're taking away from a fight, but Hydras are the team who are getting down, who's going to be decimated at this point of time in the hands of Avatar. But at the same time, I want to see how they'll be able to bounce back, because one player right now is actually running away. Swastik on his knees will be revived any second soon, but HH Legend on the other side will be the person who's got traded off, and this time Avatars are going to pay the price from the side of CE, because they're going to take revenge against the side of Avatars for the job HH have done for them.
I mean, it's not even a gatekeep scenario. You see three problems arising. The first problem is going to be Kemin Esports. Look at the phenomenal lock coming in from the side of Raj Thakur. He gets a knock, gets a finish. That's the first kill for the side of Team Kemin Esports. Another problem, being built here, it's going to be from the side of Hyderabad Hydras. And the third problem is the zone itself. You need to respect the zone. You need to get inside the play zone, because this is just the first zone. If you're not able to secure your first ideal location, then building up your rotational strategies is really going to be quite difficult. Team Gemini Sports finally making it up till their first zone, but here is the aggression. Team Assassins went a bit aggressive. They did not anticipate a player to be dropped towards these screen areas. Goes for a phenomenal grenade, and that's a well calculated hit coming in from the side of Dracula itself. And Team Assassins army, they do get their first point.
Yeah, but look at where they came. They heard that, there was a fight happening over the side of Shipyard, and that is where they landed. And exactly that was the point when Kemin Esports actually ran away from there. And I believe that they have done the right job. Now, there are no healings in their name. That is going to be the point of concern for the side of Kemin Esports. At the earliest, they have come to Katolistiva, where it was the blue zone. Finally, the blue zone is going to give them some ample amount of loot which they were looking forward for. At the same time, we're able to see that probably the Assassins is going to probably end up pretty much closer to the side of Kemin Esports, but I don't know whether that's going to be the case. On the other side, it's going to be Team OG, the Team Orangutan Esports, who are actually on the run for the top 3 spot. They are on the 4th position with 60 points, 3 points, and 3 points away from the second, 4 points away from the 3 points away from the third, and 4 points away from the second. Looking forward to see what kind of gameplay they're going to bring up as well.
Well, Team Assassin's Army looking as if they are the killing leaderboard right now. They are just ruling the leaderboard in terms of the total kills. They have 3K with them. Graveyard say they are just gonna make sure that they are able to just launch themselves inside the safe zone. And talking of which, I would really love to see the zone for now. How are zone, building their situations for the team? Is it gonna be quite a central shift which we usually see, or is it the most shifted
Looks
zone
like.
which we see? Like mostly we do know Pochinok factory and these clock tower southern areas are some areas where most probably you are going to see the zone, and that's where the zone is, here towards the side of a southern western area. But Remnam village seems to be quite a bloodbath, which the zone is choosing out to be. Already we are here with the second zone, and top 10 teams and 35 players are still alive between us.
Yeah, but at the same time, we can see another headshot coming into action as well. It's going to be Kunal who has taken down a player. Blind Esports on the other side from pretty far away, trying to tag the side of Total Gaming, because they do realize these are the teams on the second and the third position. For them to reach that spot, they have to make sure that they take these teams down. Rimnam Village is where you like to take. Godel on the other side connects the shot against the side of Hedge. Kunal gets taken down. That is Headhunters losing a player for themselves. At the same time, a good rotation coming in from the side of Blind Esports. It looks like Logan needs some kind of backup, and it's going to be Koban who's also going to give it to him as well. It's going to be Black Tiger who could have been taken down by the side of with using that bike, but on the other side a good blue wall is going to cover up for a brief period of time. Another time he goes around him, makes sure that he connects that bike against him, does the damage. Black Tiger could be in trouble at this point of time. Let's see whether the Hunters will be able to take him down. It's going to be two players of Blind Esports trying to push against him.
Well, the pressure being created from the side of team, DESI Gamers was quite phenomenal. Black Tiger does get taken out, but Logan is going to be the one who is revived for now. Harsh trying to give that scout angle, is trying to give as much, cover as possible. Dracula on the other hand takes down Drone Ranger as well, but there comes the retaliation. It's a 4v4 fight, and Dracula once again gets the kill confirmed for himself. Team DESI Gamers, they are just build themselves on a cluster right now. They need to get themselves out, or else it's going to be a big trouble, because Team TYCOONS, they are already anticipating the audio cues. Third party is something which they would love to do. Team Blind Esports already having 2 kills. Team DESI Gamers, this is not a right moment for them right now. Logan is gonna just make sure that he gets punished for that move, and now this is only a trio advantage. And the third party which we were talking about, welcome to TYCOON in the fight.
Yeah, but at the same time, I strongly believe that TG Tycoon can actually be the blessing in disguise which is required for the side of Blind Esports to escape from that shot. Look at the gun which is in front of him. The Decimator is going to be the sniper rifle. I mean, the M72 grenade launcher in his hand. But on the other side, Blind is going to be doing their best. He's confirmed 1 player to his name, and he's gone to a very safe position. But at this point of time, I do believe that Blind is going to regroup themselves. Be in the crosshairs of Total Gaming is going to be the point of concern. I'm wanting to see who else is going to come and join this party, because till now it was a 3-way Mexican standoff, and one more team coming in can make a lot of difference. I was seeing that DESI Gamers were trying to do their best and take down 2 players of Blind Esports, which they have successfully done. I don't think so that it's going to be easier for DESI Gamers, as well as they've already lost a player, Harsh, and it's all on the shoulders of Shanti and Alex, as well as Black Tiger, to live up to the expectations of what they have done so far, especially after a performance like yesterday.
Well, 4 players from the side of Team DESI. Okay, it's OG. It seems to be alive. There goes a phenomenal knockoff on to Killer. Here he is down to his knees. Will be given a revival as soon as possible, because losing a numbers advantage at this point of time is something which is going to be quite unfortunate. But chemin Esports, on the other hand, they are looking quite close, and they would want to put on the third party, just the way we saw Team TYCOONS as well. And the bloodbath which we talked about near the start of Rimnam Village, it's already looking quite exciting, because the fights here are totally towards the open field. Team OG goes a bit aggressive. Assassin's Army getting eliminated at the 10th position. This leaves us with the top 22 players and only 9 teams represented by them in the current lobby. The third play zone is also here with us. We have only 30 seconds left for these players to make sure that they are inside the safe location, or else situation might not go, the way they are expecting. Team Hydras, they are already seeming to be, out of the zone. Alex gets denied, and he gets punished for that open rotation as well. Team chemin Esports, 3 players alive, but they have those 2 kill mark. Ginotra finally making it up for the fight, and Team Godlike, they are also alive with that numbers advantage.
Yeah, Orangutan Esports have one last man standing. It looks like he might be hunted on by the side of, Team OG. Radhe Thakur is cooking up that grenade. I mean, Chemin Esports, I'm so sorry. It's going to be Radhe Thakur cooking up that grenade. Anand on the other side sees Sannu in front of him. He uses that paraphrase at the right time, takes him down. Radhe Thakur on the other side has joined his party. It's going to be Chemin Esports, who's dominating at this point of time. They're going to be confirming more 4 frags into the name of Radhe Thakur. And this kind of performance was actually missing out from the side of Radhe Thakur yesterday, due to which, they were lagging behind. On the other side, Blind Esports, Niku will be the last man standing. It looks like Total Gaming will be getting in close proximity. It's going to be AC80 versus the side of Max 7. M18 comes into action, connects that shot, a jump shot, a very good one coming in from the side of War 300. He exactly knew how to change his gun and go in for a jump shot. Successfully connects it. 4 frags already towards the side of Total Gaming. Let's see how things will turn, as the final circle is going to favor the side of Total Gaming, as one player is already inside it. The regroup from the side of Total Gaming will be called forward for, but at the same time, the other 2 teams from the other 3 teams from other corners have to watch out for the broth of Total Gaming, because they have the heart compound in their name.
Well, Team Headhunters getting eliminated at the 6th position. We did saw both, RHH, which was Team Hyderabad Hydras as well, who got eliminated at 7th position. Top 5 teams with us, it's going to be Team Orangutan, Team Godlike, who is going to be still alive inside the zone. Team TG Tycoons, they are looking quite well inside a compound, and the compound is that one thing which really ensures them the cover, and, ensures the flank as well, which will be covered by those 4 walls in the house. But let's see Shanti a bit, in a very unsituational position. How is he gonna manage himself to get out of here is a question. But seems as if Team TJ Tycoon are just re-strategizing their flank angles. Team Godlike is gonna be just below the reaches. All the 3 players trying to climb up, but here goes the siren, and the 4 zone is also started to shrink in.
Yep, complete. At this point of time, I want to say how many grenades will actually coming into play. Desi gamers will be left out with one last man. Look at that snow grenade coming in from one player. Is going to restrict that opponents from actually pushing in towards them. Total Gaming on the other side with Avneet on the floor, bleeding it out at this point of time. Godel would want to come in and dominate. It's going to be Desi gamers on the other side as well. War 300, War 3000 is a person who's got taken down at this point of time. The divided attention coming in from the side of Total Gaming could be a point of concern for them, as some grenades being thrown towards the side of Godel. I believe that Total Gaming are just burning their resources. They have to watch out for the sniper over here. Abai goes in, M80 to be quick scope shots is coming in from his side. Godel evades on the other side, is taking down Licketh as well. This is going to be the decimation against the side of Total Gaming for holding the center of the circle, where you're expecting a lot of players coming in. At the same time, the divided attention I was speaking about is going to make them cost them a lot. Concept will be the last man standing. We have to see which team is going to completely eliminate the side of Total Gaming at this point of time.
Well, 5th zone is already here, and as you see the solo player surviving, the glue wall seems to be quite limited for him right now. Team Godlike already showing a phenomenal gameplay. There goes the grenade, and that's going to be the second frag. As you talked about it, Arka, that you were just missing these utility usage gameplays. Pehla bhi frag jo hai here, we got to see from the side of Nivesh, and there goes the final nail in the coffin as well for the side of Team TG Tycoons, and they are just getting eliminated at the 3rd position. Leaving with us, it's going to be a 3v3 scenario. One and only Team Godlike up against the side of Chemin Esports. Team Chemin Esports, they need to come inside the top 6 position. They have that advantage. They have the top position. But Radhe Thakur just getting exposed just while he was healing. Utilities once again being used. Nivesh once again trying to do some exciting gameplay. But the chrono sheet is something which will be a defending location. All the players just having grenade in their hand. What's happening? Anand gets taken down. That's the final player being alive. Plastic down to a 1v2 scenario. Does not have the HP to work with, but definitely Team Godlike, that's the dominating standard of them, which they will be showing us winning the Booyah, and Dinotra is going to be the most valuable player for you guys.
Yeah, but at the same time, for me, the player of this game was obviously Abhay, because through that blue walls, he exactly knew the use of M80 to be. He knew that it's going to penetrate through that blue wall and still take down enemies. He was just wanting to see how many of them can walk into his crosshair. Every time they came in, they were knocked out, they were eliminated, and the Booyah goes into the hands of Godel. It was Radhe Thakur, the key player, who actually had to get the right kind of cover from his team. It's just that behind that glue wall, he was expecting the glue wall not to be taken down so early, but the continuous shooting, everybody knew that they had to decimate the key player of the team, and that is what they tried to do, and successfully they were able to get through the side of Kemin Esports. Kemin Esports from the get-go of the game were completely challenged, but they took up the challenge every single time, came into the final circle and secured the second place. They'll be getting a very valuable placement points. I really want to see how
Yes.
much of kill points they had acquired over there. But Godel on the other side, godlike gameplay coming in from their side, and I do believe that their fighting chance. They were at the sixth position so far with 58 points. By the end of this, they
Yes.
would have placed themselves in the second spot in the overall points table. But at the same time, all things said and done, I want to see what has happened in the points table to get a clearer picture.
Yep.
And yes, Upcon, you were saying.
I mean, Team TG Tycoons, who were currently at the second podium finish rank, they also came
Yeah,
third. So you see, the competition is really going to be quite nail biting from the first map itself. Just we have
yeah,
finished, and we have done with a map of Bermuda, which happens to be quite a balanced map. But now it's a map which team loves the most, especially those sort of teams who love to play with their positioning based, strategical, ninja
yeah.
stealth gameplays. They do want to make sure that they are not getting exposed as they got to happen in Rimnam village. It was totally a bloodbath because the rotation was so clockwise, anti-clockwise, players entering from each and every direction. Team TJ Tycoons Arca were with a numbers advantage. They had the house, they had the location, they had the centric location, an ideal place for any team if they want to be in. If you ask them, it's gonna be surviving till the fifth zone, having a centric area of the next zone, and then is everything you could ask for is the numbers advantage. Each and every factor were in their favor. But then Team Godlike happened, as you said, your Arya happened, Nivesh happened, and the MVP himself also happened. The use of utilities was so phenomenal, and here is the map by scorecard. Number one position will be backed off from the side of Team Godlike, not just because they just won the Booyah, but the 11 kill mark. That's 23 points gain, which they will be doing inside the overall points table.
Yep, and a very valuable point for themselves. That's going to boost their confidence, wanting to continue to dominate the same way. Right behind them is going to be Kemini Sports. After having not such a good day yesterday, they'll be really happy to put an average of 15 points for themselves. Total Gaming Tycoons 12 points. Then from then on, it's going to be a single pointer because obviously, when you've seen domination of the top three teams having around 22 kills in their name, the rest can be distributed in a very different way. Assassin Army were looking more promising at that secured 6 frags, even though they went down at the 10th position. And I do believe that Assassin Army had a higher chance, but still 7 points for themselves. It's like sometimes when the placement point isn't working out and you have done the heavy lifting in 2 maps of getting kill points in your name, it's gonna help you at the overall points table. Let's see whether that's gonna be the case. Desi Gamers with 9 points, Blind Esports with 7 points, with 4 rank points and 3 kill points. And then it's going to be the teams of concern. UG Army with no pointers, Team Avatar 7, where they went into a fight, an unnecessary one, and again they got taken down. Hyderabad Hydras also going down with 5 pointers. Orangutan Esports on the other end, they could have gone down a little more earlier, but somehow they were able to manage themselves and come in for another 5 pointer. Headhunters on the other side with 6 pointers, Helping Gamers with 7 pointers, all one digits in the bottoms. How much will it help in the overall points table is going to be the bigger question. But at the same time, you were speaking about total gaming, right? You said that Nivesh
Yes.
happened, you said Habaya happened, but I would want to point out one big mistake of total gaming, that is having a divided attention. They could have
Yes.
concentrated on one side of the map, cleared off one team at a time, and then concentrated on others because they had man advantage. They had they had every kind of artillery in their name. We saw that there was a grenade launcher also being picked up by them in front of them, but still they were like, okay, I'm gonna tag this person for a brief period of time, go to the other side, tag that person as well. That won't work out by any team when it comes to the final circle.
I mean, they did start things off from, getting pressurized towards the side of Team DC Gamers. Team DC Gamers were already, just making sure that they are at the top of the points table, want to make sure that they are consistent, but don't want to make sure they're just playing it. Experiments are going to be something quite doable for them, but after this is going to be, again a nil points where they will be starting off the situation with. And well said by you as well, Team Total Gaming Tycoons, the way they were just, divided in terms of the attention, where teams were just trying to get inside the zone for four different locations and four different players already pressurizing almost four different teams out there. That happened to be quite unfortunate, and we as a casters, you also saw that they just got taken down by some very unfortunate game plans, very unfortunate team communications, to be very precise. Team communication would have been very important. Clearing out one single side, then playing as a team to eliminate other could have been an option. Another option would be to hold off that house, which they were having quite well inside the cover. But well, that was first map. Let's hope that it was just a warm-up map, because still we have Bermuda, which will be played once again, and we have five more maps to end the day today. So as you see, it's the last day, I think, for the side of these Group B, and then we will be having our top six teams who will get to go in the further phase of our India Today Gaming, presenting the World Esports Cup. And thank you to Infinix Smartphones as well for bringing up this event possible for us.
Yep. And the overall points table is going to be shown after every three maps, is what I would like to say. So before the
Okay,
story was a
that's
different story, that every time, every single map, there used to be overall points table. But right now we want to keep those seats warmed up. We want to make sure that the players are actually calculating, the audience are also calculating, putting themselves busy as to
yes.
which team is going to be on top. But for now, yes, this is going to be a very, very different story from here on, because the teams who are actually dominating at the bottoms and the teams on the top, like apart from Desi Gamers, I don't see any other team who are having a consistent gameplay, right? Desi Gamers have already got 100 points. They're putting on an average of 9 to 10 in every map, as we have already discussed. Even in this map, they were able to put the 9 pointer, so they probably they've cemented themselves in the top position. But after that is going to be the point of concern, where we are able to see that it's going to be helping gamers who have not put any kind of proper gameplay today. Orangutan elites are not able to put up some good one. UG Empire were not able to put up, whereas Godlike, Chemin Esports, Assassin Army, they were able to do some good things, so they'll be going on the top of the table.
Yes.
But we'll be stepping into the next map anytime soon, the Purgatory, the map of redemption for most of the teams, because when they have a long range sniper in this game, it's going to be much more easier for them. And I do believe that it's going to be a very, very good story for those teams who have got some grenadiers in a close range fight.
Yep, Grenadiers. I mean, Nivesh, you really look out, you need to look out for him. It's the map of Purgatory, and it's the perfect map for a guy like Nivesh to make sure that he is able to keep himself
And
alive.
also, Abhay,
Most importantly, yep, and Abhay, and also keep the utilities in place as well. Purgatory being the map, we could really expect some drop clashes to come in already at the side of Brasilia, because Brasilia really opens up the opportunities for you if you want to be safe till the next two zone. You are going to have some good loot plus no rotational pressure in terms of the play zone shifts as well. But there's where all the situation changes, that out of the three island, which island is going to be the end zones is a question, because after third, I guess you probably know which zone is it's going to be, or either it's going to be the center of all of the three island, which happens to be the water area. And these waterways are also quite interesting, because it's the only medium of transport for these players if they want to shift their island from here to there. Either it's the launcher, gliders, and definitely the bridge and the waterway. So let's see what is Purgatory gonna have for us. We know for a fact that team Chemin Esports has given a good setback towards the top six position, but we still have two maps remaining, and then we'll get to see the overall scorecard.
yeah, any second soon we'll be stepping into the next map, ladies and gentlemen. You have a small window to share it among your friends in case they have not come in yet. At the same time, if you
Yes.
like what we both are doing over here, do not forget to hit the like button, because that's going to be on a pat on our shoulders. And yes, it's going to be the map of Purgatory. Next, it's going to be the map of Kalahari, and then again we're going to be playing the same three different maps, in a same sequence. But at the same time, we are going to be stepping into the map of Purgatory, where things are going to be absolutely amazing. And this is where I want the final circle to actually fall between the
Okay.
islands, right at the center of the water, so that everybody will have a fighting chance. Everybody will have to think out of the box. But for now, the flight path looks to be going right to the center above the moat house. If it's dissecting, yes, it's dissecting right to the center of the map, cutting down Brasilia into two equal halves, giving an opportunity for everybody to go into the specific drop locations. Desi Gamers on the other side will be wanting to get into the side of Ski Lodge, and I do
Oh.
believe is yeah, and I do believe that they'll be getting a maximum number of firepower in their name over there. I think it's Orangutan Esports. I'm so sorry, but it
Yes.
looks like yeah, Orangutan Esports at Desi Gamers are actually gone into the side of Moat House, and Harsh being the scout trying to go forward and see how far is gonna be the side of Orangutan Esports. Not the best thing to do, but at this point of time, I can see a sandwich coming in from the side of UG between the teams of NYM. That's gonna be Avatars. Let's see how much of them can they dealt on the other side. The love story between Blind Sports and the side of Hyderabad
Hyderabad.
Hydra seems to continue even in the map of
Yes.
Purgatory, and at the center of the map, that's going to be Brasilia.
I mean, this is what we predicted. Brasilia being the starting point of all the, starting wars which we are going to see between these teams. Let's see which team is going to be the one who will be sitting on the thrones of our Brasilia area. Starting off things with all the loot here, we don't see Shino coming up with some good loot. Randhir on the other hand is also just having a glue wall and a grenade to work with. But well, let's see what's going to happen in the further phases of the map, because currently we have 2 minutes till the zone appears, and then it's going to be 1 minute 45 seconds more till the zone starts to shrink in. Blind Esports, well, they get spotted on. The shots being fired from the side of team Hyderabad Hydras were looking quite on point. Damage was being dealt, but eventually, he is just, Team Blind Esports are going to get themselves in a good cover, not making sure that they are getting openly exposed and getting, some early knocks as well onto themselves.
Yeah, let's see how things will go from here on. As I do believe that it's going to be a hard story from here on for the side of Hyderabad Hydras, because they are at the center. The Mac 10 coming into play as well. Everybody keeps wondering why this new gun is being used, because the moment speed, the way you're able to maintain the recoil in this gun is absolutely amazing. The Mac 10 being used by the side of HH Legend. He's going to be confirming a person also in style. He'll be leading it in from the forefront for the side of Hyderabad Hydras. But at the same time, Hyderabad Hydras have to realize they're sandwiched between two teams, and they have done damage for both of them actually. One being the side of Blind Esports, the other being the side of I do believe that there was another team pretty much close to them. I forgot their name.
I mean, Team Hyderabad Hunters are really, making sure that they are able to capitalize on more such frags. But talking of which, here we go. Team Avatar finally losing out their first player. Might want to back off from now. Had a good loot starting things off from the side of Crossroad. But look who is already rotating from that same side. It's going to be Team UG Army Empire. I'm sorry, Team UG Empire. It's very important to make sure that they are able to give some points in this current map, because last map it wasn't even a single digit. It was a nil scoreline which they had to add up for the total points table. Here we go, engaging inside the fight. Team one and only Helping Gamers also here with us, and Helping Gamers versus Hyderabad Hydras. Let's see what's going to happen, because this is an interesting fight. 4v4 fight it is, and the only thing which could really make sure that these teams are at their respective location is that centric road which actually divides this both location.
Yep. And my mind is actually kind of in a different kind in a different dimension, I would like to say, because the side of HG, the Helping Gamers, the team which is actually was performing so well at this point of time, trying to shoot through the through the trees where he's not having vision of where the enemy is exactly placed. I really not understanding how his brain was working, so I was just trying to think in from his angle to see how things actually looked for him. From that angle, it was just blind shots he was trying to connect, and in case one person had already gone down, then he would have tried to do something. But at the same time, we are able to see that the side of Hyderabad Hydras, they want to challenge every single team in this map, and I do believe that's going to be the biggest mistake they could do in this game of battle royale, because at the end of the day, the teams who have been tagged, the teams who have lost players, will eventually want to bounce back and decimate you, and when you're getting decimation from 3 to 4 angles, it's going to be hard for you to survive.
Well, team, Hyderabad Hydras, they are still having the first frag. Kind of, backing off is going to be the team coming in from the side of Team Helping Gamers. They do not want to engage in these early fights, because we know this is the map of Purgatory. You get to have your ideal, positioning points being secured after we see these long, rotations. We already see that, yes, it's 5 minutes in the map, and still the first zone haven't even started to shrink in. Meanwhile, a good opening coming in from the start of Team quickly. Here we go. Team Avatar finally getting inside the fight with the side of Team UG Empire. But it's a matter of fact that which team is going to be the one who will be able to uphold that top 10 position. Any team getting eliminated at this point of time is not going to have any position points. Only kill points will be added. Team Avatar on the verge of getting eliminated. Two players are already down and the third player is eliminated. Team UG Empire at the killing streak and making sure that they are at the lead in terms of the total team kills. They have 3K secure for themselves. With the final player remaining, it's going to be Groot and he will be getting eliminated. Team Avatar getting down at the 12th position. A good grenade coming in from the side of Team Assassins. But here we go. Team DESI Gamers are also, not looking quite well at the other side. And Orangutan Esports also have rotated already towards the side of the Speeds area.
Yep, on the other side, look at this fight which is going to take off Legend yet another time. He's going to use that SMT, take down another player. He's going to take down Harpith as well. And he's on fire at this point of time. Puts up the glue wall as a defense as well as confirms the player as well. Gives an opportunity for his team to actually go in against someone really far away. Gets Harpith as well. The confirmation comes in, a triple kill for him. He's leading, as I said, he's been leading the team from the forefront. But let's see how things will turn out for the side of Hyderabad Hydras. As for now, we'll be able to see the side of, headhunters who are trying to come in between these three islands. They're trying to check in what ways they can cross this place. But on the other side is going to be the side of, blind. And they would want to see who's using this bike because that sound is going to be heard any second soon. And Blind Esports would also want to come in and grab the skills in their name. At the same time, on the northern side, we're able to see that the helping gamers have a long journey to take that rotation and challenge the side of, Hyderabad Hydras on a different angle. But DESI gamers coming in late into the circle, so is the side of UG Empire is a point of concern for me because the zone in purgatory turns out to be ruthless once it turns when it's going to become the third zone or the second zone itself.
Well, Team Godlike already anticipating that the end zones might want to shift towards the side of the southern island, which is the central island, which I'm predicting. And here it is. Team Godlike already coming towards the side of the central locations. Might want to play near the shores. Do not want the center of attention, which could really lead them get engaged in any sort of fight. Meanwhile, Team Hyderabad Hydras, they are also having some good opening kills. Team Blind Esports are going to be the one who will lose that first player kill towards the opponent team at the fight of Brasilia. Brasilia is still a safe location, but teams are already anticipating that maybe some situation could fall apart in terms of the end zone. And if in the end zone the zone isn't favoring Brasilia, that's going to be a completely different scenario. Here we go and start another fight. Team Helping Gamers up against the start of Team Hyderabad, Hydras. This fight never gets old, it seems, because already we are 8 minutes inside the game and teams are still fighting for this location.
Yeah, but at the same time, I want to see how Helping Gamers will be able to bounce back. They have control of the compound as of now. Most of them being on the southern side. Legend on the other side wants to go in. If they group in together as a 4-man squad and then try to rush against them, it's going to be much more easier. On the other side, Powerful is actually cooking a good grenade, restricting players from the eastern side of the building. But at the same time, I want to see who's going to push in on the top and try to face them on a head-on frontal battle. Roniki has to stick with Zalim at this point of time, or else things cannot be good because one player getting taken down will be more than enough for the opponents to actually rush in against them. Powerful on the other side trying to take that lucky peek. If he gets tagged off, then obviously he'll have a teammate to put up a glue wall and then revive him. But still, those cannot be the story. Those kinds of risk you cannot take in the group stages like this on the second day. On the other side, grenades are still being cooked. Chemin Sports on the other side are loading themselves in a very good way. It's going to be some more shots coming in from the side of Sanu, who's trying to connect some shots, but he's missed out most of it. And this could be the beginning of the end for him. But Roniki gets taken down. Zaling comes in from behind. Straightness is off with Harsh, but a good confirmation coming in from the side of Powerful, and Sanu is going to give an opportunity and move frags into the name of Hyderabad Hydras. At the same time, I can see the team DG as well as the teams at the side of that's going to be
Team DESI
Avatar. Yeah, Avatar 07. Both of these teams on the side of Forge, but there's Blind on the other side lurking around like the slithering snakes. They have an opportunity as well. Kunal might be going into a trap of his own, but let's see whether he'll be tagged off at this point of time.
Well, Team Assassins already going a bit aggressive in terms of, the fight with they will be getting engaged against Team DC Gamers. A good low toss grenade. Team Assassins Army gets the opening. Black Tiger gets denied. It's a 3v4 scenario, but there's a retaliation as well. Shorty gets the first kill. Harsh goes for another, but Dracula's gonna be the one who will shut down Shorty. It's a 2v2 scenario for now, and the casualties are already here in place. Assassin's not having some good HP to work with. Harsh is wanting that, location where he could actually pop in a first aid. Down to just 4 HP. How is he even managing himself to stay alive? He is still up with that trio player's advantage. Meanwhile, Team Assassin, they also here with the trio. Harsh self-destructs himself. That's unfortunate. Team basically was on the verge of getting eliminated. This is not the time where they would want to see themselves at this current location. Only some players will be having all the pressure to make sure that they are able to do, some sort of comeback in this map. But there goes the third party. Team Blind Esports already coming up with the third party. That's the perfect time which they would want to enter the party. But what's happening? Okay, Team DESI Gamers, they just got eliminated at the 10th position, just getting one single positioning point for themselves.
Yeah, but at the same time, the way Black Tiger got taken on because a vehicle come and put him down was a very good thing to see. Assassins on the other end, Amin will be the last man standing. A grenade goes in a snow grenade is what I would like to say. It's trying to restrict him for a brief period of time. UG Empire on the other side would want to make sure that all three men are standing inside the final circle, because we have seen in this battle royale game, you need to have man advantage when it comes to the final circle, or things can be absolutely wrong. And look at what UG Empire are stepping into. They're stepping into the biggest ever fight they could face of. Radha Thakur on the other side is going to be cooking that grenade, pushing back Prince at this point of time, but in case it connects, then we know how ruthless can Radha Thakur actually be with spamming the rest of it. On the other side, they are fallen back. They want to get a different rotation into the circle, which they'll be finding it very easily, but at the same time, Radha Thakur on the top with that ACAT. Let's see how many hits can he actually pop off.
Well, Team Godlike, I got a good ideal position, but this is something which we got to see similar in the map of Bermuda as well. Arka, यहाँ पे team, TJ Tycoons, they have the centric location once again. They have a chance to make sure that they come inside our final top 3 teams just like before. But this time, it's going to be a bit of a questionable scenario. Do we expect the play zone to actually shift towards the northern side of the bridge, or is it going to be the southern side towards the central island? This is what we all, wanted, and this is where things are going to get interesting. Team Gemini Sports already trying to rotate 4-man advantage is something which they are having. Team Godlike is having, and so is being helped from the side of Team Tycoons as well. Top 8 teams, only 28 players alive. This really shows that there are many teams out there who are not with their numbers advantage still surviving for the positioning points for this match.
But at the same time, UAB is summoned by the side of Gemini Sports is going to use them as their eyes, and they'll be able to see if somebody's trying to gatekeep them at this point of time. Blind Esports, after losing 2 players, still not stopping themselves. They want to try and play out as aggressive as possible. We can see that Gemini Sports have seen the side of Godel inside. Radha Thakur had an opportunity to go in for a grenade, but rather chose to use his gun. Nivesh on the other side will be trying to cook one against them. Connects it really well, but the damage is there. With the damage dealt, is not going to put them down. Gemini Sports on the other side coming in from a different angle. They know that Godel is, grouped up at one corner, so that is where they'll be trying to put up that grenades over there. Radha Thakur cooks up one. He's going to be pushing away the rest of the players. He knows where the third players can actually be. Abhay will be the person who will be falling away. Both of these teams actually know one another really well, and that is how they're able to counter, attack the grenades which is being thrown against them. On the other side, Gemini Sports versus Godel. This is the 2 big horns, big bulls blocking horns is what I would like to say. Radha Thakur trying to push in from the other side. He sees a player of Godel, tries to connect shot. That person is going to run away as Radha Thakur is going to isolate himself inside one place. Nivesh comes in front of him. It's going to be the M18 fight which is going to happen over here. Oh, Radha Thakur in a mess at this point of time. Anand connects a shot against Ginotra. Then there's going to be Anand who's going to trade it off as well. He's going to be Godel. CM taking down Swastik as well. Radha Thakur, another grenade. A very good one this time. Puts down Nivesh. Nivesh, the last man standing for the side of Godel, is in front of him. Abhay gets taken down as well. So Revival might have been coming from a different angle. Gemini Sports got 2 frags in their name. Godel suffering at this point of time would have revived themselves. It's going to be CM reviving another player on the top. Let's see what's going to happen, as they might be vulnerable, and the shot from the side of Radha Thakur is not going to stop as Nivesh is getting taken down. The last man is going to be CM. How much can he hold on to a seat? No, it's going to be Wizard who's going to put him down.
Well, Swastik just taking down the last guy. It means, Nivesh just getting the taste of his own medicine from the side of Team Chemin Esports. What a phenomenal way to get that opening as well. Radhe Thakur going in huge with these kills. He takes down each and every player coming in from the side of his crosses from Team UJ Empire. Three players are already down, and there comes a retaliation quadra kill up for the side of Team Radhe Thakur. And there goes the sixth position for the side of Team Hyderabad Hunters. And let's see what is Team UJ Empire even willing to do at this current time. Three frags are already being lost from his team. Only one solo player surviving, and the play zone is already inside the 40% shifting towards I guess water right now. This waterways is going to be quite interesting because that's what we wanted to see as well. The solo player who is going to be Kasana. Let's see what is Kasana going to do for his team. Already has made it in the top 5, but now is where he need to make sure that no up his team was able to bring some of the locations for himself as well in terms of using the firepower. Team Hyderabad Hydras using a phenomenal grenade launcher. There goes another grenade. Raja going in with some good damage onto the opponent team. But there goes Team DJ Tycoons. They are also just dominating, and Team Germany Sports, they got eliminated at the 5th position.
And water domination coming in from the side of Headhunters. They were holding that bridge for a brief period of time, and they knew that everybody are going to come in one way or the other. They had all kind of artillery ready from their side, but Orangutan Esports will be the next team trying to challenge them at this point of time. Team DG is watching all this happen outside the circle. They can come in really late. We can see some grenades are being cooked by them as well, and a good one coming in from the side of Liquid will be taking down a player. I think Kunal is going to be taken down as well with this another grenade launcher being used by Pahadi. A grenade backfires to him, but that's not going to stop him from pushing forward. TG versus the side of OG is what we'll have to see. Which of these big Gs are going to take this home? This Booyah in the map of Purgatory is going to be a bigger question. Or will there be any kind of, heal battle happening? Radhe Tacos, the kill feeds are actually popping up at this point of time, but it's not going to be any use, and we all know that it's going to be the team OG who have to watch out in all 4 directions as team TG is trying to come in from every single nook and corner, trying to challenge them at this point of time. TG war 3000 gets knocked out because of the play zone, could be the point of concern for the side of TG. An unwanted move will be making them pay a lot. TG on the other side takes down a player as well. It's going to be a 3v2 situation from here on. Everything seems to be favoring the side of TG. The heal battle could be the next thing which will be possible in front of our screens, but a hand cannon in the hands of the side of OG will be the point of concern.
Well, TJ Aruk ability being used quite well, but Team Orangutan, are they gonna actually make it up till the last zone? 5 seconds more, they need to share their first hit. The first fragger is already being exposed, and it's gonna be, Conceptor who does taking down the last solo player remaining. He is gonna be Pahadi. Let's see Pahadi, what is he gonna do? Gets a good opening from that grenade launcher, has a chance for the second one, but the HP is not on his favor. And Team Orangutan, they get eliminated at the 2nd position. Quite a good start, but the zone damage was quite as such that either you choose to heal battle yourself or either you choose to fight.
Yeah, but at the same time, there was a chance for Pahadi to actually come in and use that hand cannon a little more earlier. That could have been a different story for them. For now, Total Gaming, TYCOONS to be specific, the team who actually, played it really well, the team which actually had that, sense of being calm in this game, and that actually paid off for them. This consecutive consistency coming in from their side will actually boost their confidence as well. 12 valuable points on Booyah. I want to see how many kills they've attained for themselves, but the team which actually performed well, they were stopped in a ruthless manner. For me, will obviously be Chemin Esports.
Well, Team Cayman Esports, they had a good, opening from the first map itself, and the second map was just few more points which they were able to, add up. But talking of which, consistency is that one thing which Team Total Gaming, they are doing quite brilliantly. Last map, it was a 3rd position. This map is a Booyah, and situation in both the map. You see, how did they even got themselves in a similar location? 4th zone was up, Arca. They were in the centric location. They even had 4 players alive. This is an ideal thing for any teams out there, and that is something which Team TJ Tycoons somehow managed to get themselves in. The end zone was something where it did happen to be quite an open area. Zone did played a good role here for making sure that these teams are just not able to anticipate, is it gonna be the Brasilia Island or the Central Island? In the end, it was the Brasilia Shores, which I'd rather say, because the bridge was still inside the zone. And in the end, Team TJ Tycoons, they got a very victorious Booyah here. They they did win the Boya for the day 4, I guess, today, which we are overall looking after in the Group B. And that is something which really leaves a question that are we seeing that comeback happening for number one position? Because 40 points different is what I heard from you. And currently, Team Desi Gamers, both of them have been saw some, any upcoming points from their side.
Yeah, but at the same time, Desi Gamers also had put up a 9 pointer in the previous game, and this at least they would have got another 5. So the difference could have gone to 50. At this point of time, it's going to be Total Gaming Tycoons getting 21 valuable points for themselves. Chemin Esports is going to be getting 12. Orangutan Elites on the other side, after a downfall in the previous game, are able to bounce back with 14 points for themselves. UG Empire had gone without none in the previous game, but this time they were
Wow.
able to put 4 frags and get themselves 7 rank points, and that is going to be a total of 11. Headhunters wants to rely on placement points for now because things are not working out in their favor when it comes to kill points. 11 for themselves. They decimated the side of Chemin Esports. That is how they were able to attain that 8 points with the rack points. On the bottoms is going to be the bigger point. It's going to be Desi Gamers for the first time going down with just 2 points in this group, and this could give an opening, as you said, for the other teams. Team Avatar is 0-7, still not having a good day. Helping Gamers as well. This was the team on the third position. In the previous game, also, they couldn't acquire something, but this time going down with 0 can actually push them down the ladder. At the same time, Assassin Army, after showing how they're relentlessly going in for kill points, this time couldn't gain anything. 5 points for themselves. Blind Esports on the other side is going to get themselves some 6 points, which is not going to be enough because they were at 25 points in the beginning of the day, and they need more than 20 in the next few games to actually have a fighting chance into the top 6.
Well, Team DC Gamers only 2 point is something which is gonna count really to nothing for the side of Team Total Gaming, because they
Yeah.
have that one opportunity, they have that one chance that for the rest of the 4 map, if this is where the momentum takes them, for them coming inside the top 3 position, and for Team DC Gamers just not even able to make up till the top 6, I mean, situation could really go inside the favor of Team Total Gaming, and I'm really excited to see that how is Team Desi Gamers gonna defend that number one position. They have one job, and that's to be a bit consistent, not to just over rely on the lead. Because yesterday only 6 map was 50% of the overall game. Today the rest
Yeah.
50% of the maps are going to be played. So statistically speaking, situation could really turn around, and with the momentum which already Team TG Tycoons are showing and their rotation, to be very specific, it's looking as such that even if they don't get kills, they are bringing those average points of double digit score points, and these 10 points are also gonna overall result in some 60 points, and that compared to a single digit points which each and every round is being contributed from the side of DC Gamers, it's something where Team Total Gaming are actually on a good lead. Only speaking of this day, currently all Team Total Gaming would be leading, but when it comes to the overall scorecard, which will be shown to us after our next map, situations are going to be more exciting. And imagine what's the next map. It's the most surprising map, the map of Kalahari.
Yeah, agreed on this one point that the Desi Gamers. I would like to disagree on this one point. Desi Gamers might be challenged on the top position. I'll tell you why. Because they have done the heavy lifting yesterday, and they can continue to
Yes.
do so. Because we just have 4 more maps, they'll still have a lead of a 10 or a 20, if I'm not wrong. So even if they
Yes.
have a lead of 10 and they perform in only one map, okay, and that one
Yeah.
map, if they get around 20 points for themselves, that'll be more than enough for them to cement themselves in the top 6. Because at the end of the day, it's not about being on the top of the table, it's about being on the top 6 so that you can move into the next round. And I believe that Desi
Well
Gamers have
said.
already understood that they have done the higher, heavy lifting yesterday itself. Today they'll try to experiment and do something different, try to experiment on their strategy, try to send in the support in the lead to see how well he might work when it comes to a different scenario. Check how much of an assault, how much of a sniper can an assaulter be. So such kind of different roles can be switched, and that is what I believe Desi Gamers will be trying to do. But all these things said and done, they are risking the bigger picture. They can have an opportunity
Yes.
to create history, being on the top of the table, getting more points for themselves, and trying to,
Yep.
their name is very well known. It's just that every single day you need to keep that consistency of getting yourself as the team to watch out for, which is going to get you keep going in the esports community.
Well, Team Desi gamers, they need to live up to their name as well if they want to represent their own region. Here we are seeing Team TJ Tycoon, making sure that they are able to just cover. But as you said, only one map it will take for the side of Team Desi gamers to make sure
Yeah.
that they are just eliminating all the hopes and all the possibilities in terms of the probabilities which could turn around and the odds could go in the favor of Total Gaming. Well, it's a perfect map which we can get all the answers. Only two maps has been finished yet. We have more four maps remaining. So out of that, only one or two good games for the side of Team Desi Gamers could really do the job for them. And even though they lose the number one position, it's not the end. It's just that it's going to be the ranking and the respective ranking. You need to be in the top six. For now, I'll say the number one position is not that hashtag one. It's the hashtag six, which I think these teams would be wanting because out of top 12, even if you had the sixth position, you have a chance to go in the further phases. And these further phases, then you could really compete against all the regions out there, which really brings up the opportunities to make sure that you are able to then go for the number one position. Because now you can really take the leap. You can definitely make sure that you wanna change your momentum completely to make sure that you're able to just defend that number one position. But in case you change your whole game style, the main event where it all falls down to, where it's a trio, international world esports series, then it's come something where it might fall down. Team DC gamers need to look out for such sort of possibilities and the odds going against them. But for now, welcome to the third map of Kalahari.
Yep, and this is going to be the final map before we take a break. And this time again, the flight path is going right to the center of the map, giving an opportunity for everybody to go to the respective drop locations. Team UG Empire would want to get into the side of confinement to have that blessing of the blue zone for themselves. On the other side, look at the small group which is being formed at the side of Stone Ridge, where we can see that it's going to be the avatars again getting in close proximity towards the side of Blind Esports, and one more assassins are also over here. But assassins would want to get some frags in their name, because the consistency is the key for them, and they do realize that they're able to put 5 to 6 points in their name. Assassin have registered the first one in their name. They'll be the first team to get the first blood, but at the same time, on the other side, they're trying to push in against the side of against the only player who's trying to run away in that sniper tower. Let's see whether these pack of wolves will be able to register another kill in their name. On the other side, we saw another team coming in close proximity, right? So that is going to be the team of Blind, if I'm not wrong, and they have gone away from here, and that's a good one. Bavik on the other side is trying to cook up a grenade at this point of time. If it lands at the right position, it's going to be easy, but that's not going to be the case, as he's going to be putting one player down. The second
Oh
one
my
also comes
God.
in. He knew that angle. There can be a point for him to take in for a clutch. It was not necessary for him to confirm kills. It was necessary for him to concentrate on the third person trying to push against him. Because of that mistake, he gets taken down. On the other side, assassins are also paying a price for the rush they did over here. The damage was already dealt by them. Oh, Amin knocks down himself by putting himself to death, and this could be the beginning of the end for them, as it's going to be avatars who are dominating against them. It's going to be a 1v1 situation which is going to happen over here, but it's going to be the assassins who are going to survive with 3 HP and 2 men standing for the rest of the game.
I mean, 3 HP, that's quite some clutch coming out from the side of Dracula himself, living up to his name and making sure that he is keeping his hopes alive and giving his part of contribution to his team. He did eliminate, our team Avatar at the 12th position. Team Hyderabad, Hydras are here towards the side of the sub area, and player seems to be quite at a split position. For now, we only saw one team who got eliminated, and two players which we are seeing, like out of 48, we are only seeing 42 players alive. This is because 4 players from the side of Team Avatars itself, and rest 2 players were a casualty coming in from the side of team, I guess, the one who did win, Assassin's Army as well. Well, Team TJ Tycoons, let's see, are they still towards the side of refineries? Team Chemin Esports, on the other hand, playing a bit safe towards the side of the Western hand location. Just 10-second bow, Arca, and already our first zone is going to appear. So you see how fast paced this map is going to be for these teams.
Yeah, but at the same time, snipers are still not come in into this game, and we all know when the terrains get closer, when the circle gets smaller, when you guys come close proximity with one another, that time those snipers can actually not put in use. It's going to be the grenadiers who will have to do the job. But at the same time, when you have a sniper like Abhay, the story is going to be different. And let's not forget a sniper like Nivesh as well. But for now, we'll be looking at the side of it's going to be the side of Hyderabad Hydras who are actually playing it a little safe at this point of time. They're not going in for any kind of unwanted rush, but they see Dracula standing out in the open. He was not watching his back and eventually gets tagged at this point of time. Dracula comes in for a close range fight with that Max 7, will be able to land him, put him on his feet, but at the same time, Bavik is trying to come in. He's going to be confirming another player. It's going to be attack successful coming in from the side of Assassins at this point of time. Bavik wants to fall back, take support of the Ridge as well, as it's going to be Hyderabad Hydras will be trying to push in against him. The tag is being done from the side of Sano as well as Legend. Two different angles, a mid-range gun coming into action, confirming them as well, and that's going to be another elimination of a team as we'll be stepping. It's still the second zone is still not covered up completely.
Yep, we have the 10 teams with us. We have 39 players, which means that 9 teams are still up with 4 players advantage. Only one team out there is going to be the one who is who will be losing that one player as a casualty. Confinement looks quite under the control for the side of Team UG Empire as well. Team Orangutan, well, they are also up just towards the side of the council or area, and our Team DESI Gamers, they have a good map control currently. Seems as if a Team TG Tycoons are someone who we will be still looking forward for, who are towards the side of Santa Catrina, but Blind Esports might want to contest to that, might want to challenge that position, and Godlike are also making sure that they are turning themselves into a very centric location. Team UG Empire, they have a blue tier loot, they have some good, armories and also the weapon loadouts which you are getting to see. But there we go, the fight between the side of Team TJ Tycoons and Blind Esports is finally here. Whiffs a bit and gets punished. Nico is going to be the first casualty, and Team TJ Tycoon, they get the opening which they wanted in any fight.
Yep, and eventually it's going to be Team DG versus Blind Esports. The two teams which actually come in close proximity with one another every single time, but it's just that, they do not get into any kind of action. But at this point of time, it looks like they have War 3000. We are seeing, we are able to see what kind of a jump shot can this man go into. Blind Esports will be falling back because they've already found a casualty for themselves. But how well can they actually counter strategize against the side of TG? Because they are very good at backstabbing people. They have a good vehicle to work on for, and look at this, War comes in, he does the right kind of tag, and he wants to make sure he puts that vehicle on fire, and that's the only way for them. Concept on the other side, he gets taken on because of Renu from far away with that AC-80 who's doing the damage for them. It's going to be a 3v3 fight which is going to continue from here on. War 3000 is coming down to his half HP. There's another trade coming in for the side of TG. It's going to be Blind losing another player. One off-angle player has a lot of job to do. That's a AC-80 versus AC-80 which is going to happen over here. Logan doesn't watch out for his back at the nth moment. It was him falling back. Let's see how well can he strategize against the two players who's going to be rushing against him. It's going to be the Max 7 which is going to be coming into use, coming in from the side of War God, putting him down. Lickit on the other side will be confirming a frag. A good teamwork coming in from their side. Four frag for them after losing one player.
I mean, Team Blind Esports, they had this map totally in their favor yesterday as well. The way we saw their rotation, their end zone survival gameplays in this current map, thought maybe that Team Blind Esports would want to come towards these podium finishes. But Team Chemin Esports still here towards the side of Refineries, playing on a bit split. But Godlike has already left a firepower named Abe down to CM, Nivesh, and Ginotra. These three players, let's see how are these guys gonna just able to cope up the coverage of the fourth player, which they do not have currently. Team Gemini Esports are playing the zone for now, being towards the side of the central area. Each and every player just watching out for flank, watching out for each and every direction, and that is something which is quite difficult at a point of time, because any team could really just come upstairs, come up to the same level, and could really contest a fight. And when they will, all the four players from the side of Team Kevin Esports will already be looking after four different directions. So one player will be definitely penalized, and that's something which could make sure that these teams are just falling apart, step by step. But the third zone is gonna start to be shrinking. It's gonna be just 1 minute left, and seems to be just a moment of silence before a big storm coming in at this map.
Yep, absolutely. I would like to say that this storm is going to be a tycoon, to be specific, because we all know that the teams over here who are fighting it out are in the overall points table right next to one another. They're trying to pull each other's leg at this point of time. It's going to be HH. That's this Hyderabad Hydras team, every time they're trying to challenge a team, they're losing a player. Previously, when they were challenging any other team, they were not losing players. They knew exactly how to counter strategize it. But this time, the story is different. They're losing a player. They have to change their strategy, or else things can go wrong. But on the other side, this is going to be the side of Chemin Esports. Let's not forget that Rajay Thakur was in one of those lineups of a team which actually used to land on the side of Refinery and control it throughout. And it looks like he's going to make his team also do the same thing. On the other side, Sanu will be the person inside the cross, inside the close proximity with towards the side of God El Nivesh at this point of time. He's got that deadly machine gun. He can put those 100 bullets into a good use, but at the same time, he's going to gatekeep him, and that's going to be the point of concern for the side of HH. A UAV being flown above the side of Blind Esports will be revealing most of their OG Orangutan Esports will be revealing most of their location, but at the same time, at the side of Shrines, two teams coming close proximity with one another. That's going to be HG versus OG. Let's see which team will be helping the other go out of this game.
Zone is already being there towards the side of just the western area of themselves. Teen helping gamers, they need to give some more points in the points table in case both of these teams, either teams from any of these two teams want to come inside the top two position. Here's where all the strategy would change for these teams, Arka. They need to make sure that positioning points is not going to be enough. You need to go out there, need to get some frag, and need to get some more points. Getting relied on the positions is not going to be enough because you are up against some of the top teams in the region. You see teams like GODLIKE, TJ TYCOONS, team, one and only DESI gamers, they are already just leading the scorecard. Well, a good, use of utilities coming in from the side of team TJ TYCOONS, and it seems as if UG Empire is going to be the one who would want to pressurize on that choke point where we are seeing team TJ TYCOONS trying to, just make sure that they get some room to breathe, to heal, and then to come inside the zone. With that first player already being lost, that's a good, well-tossed grenade. The one bounce grenade was quite well, but down to 3 players, Team DJ TYCOONS are not looking on a very good position.
Yep, let's see how things will turn out for them as UG in close proximity with the side of TG is what we'll be looking at. War 3000 on the other side uses his machine gun, puts up a glue wall immediately. He knew what he was doing. Oh, look at how this skirmish is going to turn out as there's going to be another team coming in pretty much close to one another. I'm so sorry. I somewhere felt that, there was another team. I'm so sorry. UG on the other side, Java Boy bleeding out at this point of time. It's important for them to pick him up. It's going to be only 2 players of Team TG who's actually putting fire over here. UG on the other side have confirmed the player War God, and that is going to make the team play for placement points from here on. He's picked up a vehicle trying to run away at this point of time in case TG gets taken down. That's a taste of their own medicine which happens over there. Team Chemin Esports taking advantage of the high ground, trying to connect shots against the side of Team HH. Will be having an advantage for sure, but how will they put in use is the bigger question. Swastik on the other side is holding a sniper, and that is going to be a VSS rather than anything else. VSS is going to decrease its damage as the distance is going to increase, and that is going to be a point of concern for Swastik, as that gun is not going to do much damage on a long range fight.
It's not going to be reliable as well because in the end zone, you see most of the players out here, they have an heavy armor as well. Having some heavy armors and definitely the headgears are going to give them some more, HP to work with. And Team UG Empire are already up towards a good area. They have made them inside the safe zone, and this safe zone is a quite, different location out of anywhere which you could see. Here, it's not going to be easy for any team out there to just go in and contest because the TPP angle advantage is totally in their favor. Iconic comes up with the opening. Raja goes engaged with the fire of Team Helping Gamers and Team DG, which is going to be one and only Desi Gamers. They are going to eliminate Team Helping Gamers. That was quite an unfortunate gatekeep. Use of util was quite good, but the zone is all the difference which it makes, and refineries will be the last zone. 4th zone is here, and Kalahari map has already been a bit slow and steady in terms of the players just getting engaged in each and every fight. We haven't seen much of third party as well, but finally Team GODLIKE versus Team Chemin Esports, it's gonna be there.
Yeah, but at the same time, look at who's coming in the picture as well. I think Desi Gamers also want to take a chunk of this. Radhe Thakur puts up a grenade launcher from the top, takes a player down, but God El Nivesh will be taken down by Wizard as well. It's going to be Team DG versus Team HH. Everywhere it's going to be bodies falling. Everywhere the skirmish has already started. Iconic from the side of Orangutan Esports has to be very careful. Oh, very good shot coming in from his side with that AC-80. Now, no grenades in his hand could be the point of concern, but because in case he had one, then he could have confirmed and put down another player as well. Pahadi comes in closer. He's got 8 grenades to work out in his name, but he's restricted with that ice grenade, and that is going to restrict him for a brief period of time. Hashi is still inside that spot. It's going to be a grenade bouncing back against him. This is not the first time we are able to see that Pahadi is missing out a grenade. That is going to help HEADHUNTER survive for a brief period of time. At the same time, Swastik on the other side knows where the teams are coming from. Wizardo also knows it as well. Shanti gets taken down. Desi gamers are suffering at this point of time. Headhunters also pretty much, third party. Let's see which team can actually come out of the crosshairs of Chemin Esports and actually survive this game, as Swastik is also pouring lead. Look at that, 6 tries also already coming in the name of Chemin Esports. This game can actually give them a push on top of the table.
I mean, I'm still waiting to see where is Team TJ TYCOONS still managing themselves, to be alive. Team Godlike are also here. Team Given Esports finally making it up till the top 5 location. But Team Orangutan Iconic is going to be that one solo player remaining with 6 kills already. Team Given Esports is leading the charge, but something unfortunate which did happen was Team DESI Gamers getting eliminated at the 7th position. We did talk about that the comeback need to be quite important. The CM getting taken down by that open rotation which he was doing with his vehicle. 5th zone is already, and it's also started to shrink his team. Hyderabad Hydras making sure that they are just able to eliminate that one solo player from Orangutan. Well, fight's looking quite interesting. Raja does get taken down, but somehow from the side of Team Orangutan, one solo player still remaining. Yeah, Team Orangutan gets denied at the side of 5th position. Team Given Esports just making sure that they are just getting each and every player eliminated. Whoever comes inside the crosshairs, Nilesh being the solo player remaining from the side of Team Godlike, wants to make sure that he's able to get some position. But Radhe Thakur goes in huge with that.
Trade.
What a gameplay from his side.
Yeah, but at the same time, Radhe Thakur taken down because his teammate put up a glue wall by mistake at that point of time. Gives an opportunity for HH to actually come out on their feet, or else Radhe Thakur could have, registered some more kills in his name. He's putting grenades at the right spot. Takes down Mayam Good at this point of time. Gives an opportunity. UG is going to steal that kill from him. He's going to be very pissed off at this point of time, because at one point of time he had the complete control of what was happening. Radhe Thakur is putting more grenades in front of him, but right now he's going to rely on that woodpecker. He sees that the match is already over, and in the name of Chemin Esports, what a booyah coming in from their side, and I do believe that that's one of the best one I've seen so far. Control of the zone, maximum number of kills being taken by them. Radhe Thakur, if that grenade launcher hadn't backfired, I do believe that he could have got 2 to 3 more kills in his name, but a well-deserving booyah coming in from the side of Chemin Esports. And as I said, the first day they were fumbling, second day they're able to put themselves back into the picture, and I do believe that they'll be able to perform much more better than what they're doing right now.
They were at the 7th position. Here really brings up the opportunity for them that they could do make sure that they are entering the top 6 as well. 3 maps are already being done, and Team Chemin Esports, they are looking quite well with their rotationals. And talking of which, this current map of Kalahari itself showed us that being towards the side of refineries area, it's not easy. It's just, I'd call it an art of holding the zone, which we got to see from Team TJ TYCOONS in the last map. And how could you hold all of the side of refineries? None of a single player step upstairs towards the place where these guys were already holding. Zone unfortunately didn't win in that favor, and they do had to leave the location. But even if they did lose, they had that numbers advantage, from which they had each and every advantage just falling in front of them. First it was Team Godlike, then it was Team Headhunters, and all the top dogs which we saw, one and only team, I guess, TJ TYCOONS, and then I'm anticipating Team DC Gamers. They just didn't even made it till the top 5.
It's going to be hard for any team to survive, because when you have the advantage of a higher ground, we know how much it's going to be helpful in the map of Kalahari, right? So that is proven yet again. Second thing, this team of Chemin Esports, also aka or the ex team of 4 Unknown, actually know this place really well, and that is why they were able to register 25 points for themselves. The second time they'll be able to put up some really good pointers for themselves. 12 rank points, more than that is going to be kill points, 13 coming in for themselves. Right behind them is going to be UG Empire with 9 and 7, 16 valuable points for themselves. Hydra, Headhunters on the other end, 12 points. Good to see them bounce back. Orangutan Elites, they're able to build up momentum with the side of GODL, 8 points for themselves. Hyderabad Hydras for the first time able to come on the first phase or first half of the table. Good to see them, but how much will that help them in the overall points table is going to be a point of concern. 5 plus 2,
Yep.
7, 5 rank points and 2 kill points.
I mean, I'm really, just waiting to see that what is the next, bottom six points, because we are not seeing Team DC Gamers, we are not seeing Team TJ Tycoons, and the minimum point which we are currently seeing is a big seven number. Now, below the seven number, it's going to be all the teams who will be making sure that they are able to bring up and add up those points in the final scorecard. Well, here we go, Team TJ Tycoons with 6.2 points more than Team, DC Gamers, which is in total point which they got at the whole map of Purgatory. But Blind Esports, they had a good early start, but yet again they got eliminated at the 10th position, which really pushes them back. At the 12th position, Team Assassin's Army were the one who got eliminated at the 11th spot. 5 frags which they had, and that was the thing which made them come towards the top 8. Kalahari has already, proven that you cannot rely on the positions. You have to go out there. You have to either be towards a centric location at Team Chemin Esports were, or else you need to go out there and get some kills as well. Getting kills really pushes Team Assassin's Army, who got eliminated with zero position point at 11th spot, to come at top 8 because they had 5 kills. You see, this is such an interesting factor, and here we get the overall scorecard which we've been waiting for. Team TJ Tycoons, I mean, they are in the fight, but overtaking them is going to be Cayman Esports. And look at that jump, Arca, from that 7th position, not even there in top 6, directly jumping in top 2. I mean, this was your prediction at the very start of our stream, I guess.
Yes, this is what I would always speak about, because Kemin Esports are one such team. You cannot stop this team at any given point of time, and they've proved to us yet again. Let me remind you guys, on the 6th position, 54 points where they were lying, they have doubled the number and they've come into the 2nd position. Desi Gamers, as I said, 20 points difference buffer is what they will be having between themselves and the top and the second team, and they've cemented themselves on the top. They need an average of another 10 in every game, or probably even 6 would do, for according to me. Team Total Gaming on the other side, with coming up, even they have done a huge leap is what I would like to say. Or 64 to 103 in 3 maps, they were able to put up 60 points for the 40 points or 60 points for themselves. It's a good comeback for them. Godlike on the other side, from the 6th position to the 4th position, a good jump for them. UG Empire, they're holding to that. They were at the 5th position, pushed down to the 6th. Orangutan as well has been pushed down to the 4th. So what I would like to say is that Kemin Esports taking a leap on the top, allowing everybody to just step themselves down, is a good call from the side of Kemin Esports. They will be continuing their domination today, that is for sure, because they have most of their grenadiers active. They have the
Yep.
whole team is actually working out with one another. Synergy seems to be sitting for them today, and I do believe that they can overtake the side of Desi Gamers if they continue to perform the same way and get more booyahs in the name. But for now, helping gamers, this is the team is a point of concern for me, because they were in the 3rd position before they started off the day. Now they are pushed down to the 7th, and they have to do something different, because everywhere they're going, they want to get into a skirmish. So is Headhunters, and both of these teams are suffering.
Assassin's Army, I mean, somehow their rank point seems to be the second lowest out of each and every team out there, yet they are at the 9th position because of the kill points. This balance need to be very important, and the lead which we have already seen yesterday, I was just anticipating that 18 points and an average it's going to be Team DC Gamers. Today, Arka, the momentum, the consistency is totally lost. There's not even a single map where they are able to averagely perform. In 3 map, I'll tell you, 3 map they have a
Yep.
total points of 15 points only. Their average per map was also 18, so they are not even just able to add up to these numbers. And Team Desi Gamers, maybe they are on an experiment, or maybe they are trying to just make sure that it's like an off day for them, not just pressurizing each and every scenario, and making sure that they are just playing the game to be played well. And this is something where Team TJ Tycoons definitely had a chance, but overtaking behind them, it's definitely one and only Team Cayman Esports, just 15 points behind. 3 map is already done, and out of 42, we are down to 15. So you see, almost 27 points is been recovered. Rest 15 points. I
Yeah.
don't think it's much far, because both of these teams are looking quite good in their momentum. And not about that, both of these teams, Cayman Esports and TJ Tycoons, look as if they had mastered the art of centralizing the safe zone, always being towards the center. And both the map was quite phenomenal way to get a victory, because just you were on the center and your 4 player advantage just played at the peak level of your firepower.
Yeah, but at the same time, being the center and holding off teams will be the more important question for any team, because you just can't hold it. Godel was also holding a very good spot in the first game, but eventually they got executed because of the divided attention, right? So that is not what you would want to do. At the same time, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, we have 3 more maps left out at this point of time. The
Yes.
first one is going to be Bermuda, the second one Purgatory, and the third one is going to be Kalahari. Yet again, that is going to be forming any second soon. We are going to be taking a short break, giving you guys some window to grab yourself some drinks, some popcorns. At the same time, share it among your friends so that they can also come in over here and enjoy this game of Free Fire which is happening. This is World Esports Cup presented by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming. This is Upcon and Arka. We are going to be taking a short break. We are going to be right back. Don't go anywhere.
sexy snow, breathe and it go. Sing to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lights, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start looking at us. Control is paradise with honesty. With the dead. Sit your sun float. The light is on.
Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Get faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Counting like the 40 plovers in my locket. Untied laces, yeah. Just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just run around the nursery and count sheep.
Say I'm good-hearted, but I'm just getting started. Got my eyes on the target. No, no. Till the battle's won.
kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They say I'm dangerous 'cause I broke all their cages. No, I will sit and take it. No, no. They left me for dead, I guess I'll never learn. Every time I break, there's just more pain to burn. They'll never, never, never learn. Till the battle's won, till kingdom come. I'll never run. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. Best to give me your loyalty, 'cause
Welcome back to World Esports Cup, presented by Infinix Smartphones and brought to you by India Today Gaming, and as always, your broadcast partner, Playtonia. This is Ez, and alongside with me is none other than the beautiful one, Tanya. How are you feeling today?
I am very excited. Finally, it's only 6 teams are going to qualify today towards the next stages, and there's one name that has already cemented their position, and that name is nothing but Desi Gamers. They were playing good yesterday, they are playing better today. Talking about the position 2 and 3, they are trying to solidify, and from there, 3 positions are still open with 3 more matches remaining. So it is going to be a very tough competition just to qualify towards the next stage, because it is one of the biggest tournament right now in FreeFire segment, where the prize pool is 75 lakh INR. So it is going to be name, fame, and lot to be filled in your pockets.
Yep, I mean, that is true. You know, we've already had the 6 maps done yesterday, and we've done with 3 today. So we still have 3 more maps left. And after that, we will be, getting to see who that top 6 teams will be, and who they will be qualifying moving forward into the tournament, facing the other 6 teams. And, in the future, they will be facing the teams from the Pakistani region and the Nepali region as well.
Absolutely. It is going to be the mix of 3 nations, and ultimately it is going to be the test of best coming in from 3 different nations. And they are like trying to battle with underdogs for whom they don't know the strategy, with experienced team for whom they know the strategy. So it is a very tough competition, and it is going to turn tougher as the day passes by. But coming back to today, I don't think there's anything that can shake Desi Gamers. They are very strong, and the best part is they exactly know how to balance points, the standing points, as well as the kill points. And talking about the Orangutan Elite, though they are into top six, but definitely they are underperforming. Combined of yesterday's and today's performance, though Killer is doing extremely well, so is RDP. One deadly combo coming in from Team Orangutan Elite. It has to be Killer as well as RDP and Iconic the Grenade Man. But talking about an underdog team, which is Total Gaming Tycoons, now they are new into the competitive sector and they are already able to stamp themselves here in terms of top three, and they are able to push down Orangutan Elite. So that totally indicates what sort of a strength this team has.
That is true. We did today. We see that DESI gamers are now popping off as much as they did the last time around. They had 106 points yesterday, if I'm not wrong, while the day was done. But today, not their day. I mean, it's just not looking good. Yes, they still are on the top of the scoreboard with 121 points. But Chemin Esports, on the other hand, Chemin Esports and TG Tycoons and Godlike just got themselves the third booyah in the entire series. Like 3 out of 9. That's a pretty good number there. Chemin Esports, on the other hand, they got one as well. TG Tycoons, a team that we did not expect a lot from, actually pulled off a beautiful booyah as well. But as you were saying, Orangutan Elite, they are the only team that actually they are the oh wait, never mind. I believe, yeah, they are the only team with more almost as similar kill points as the rank points there, 45 to 42. So that is something impressive. We do have teams like Gemini Sports and TG Tycoons as well, actually sitting on 52 rank points and 51 kill points. So that's impressive as well. But Orangutan Elite, even though they do not get any of the booyahs, they are still sitting at that fifth position, I believe. Yeah, so they're still good to go into today's matches with a lot more confidence, because yesterday we did see them pull off some beautiful plays with their grenades. And with that, let's go one more time, one last time actually, Bermuda in this BO12 series here.
Here we go ahead. It is going to be day 2 for Indian segment World Esports Cup, and it is map number 4 for Group 2. This tournament is powered by Infinix Smartphone in association with India Today Gaming, broadcast partners being Platonia Esports. Well, talking about the flight path now, it is going from shipyard towards the Sentosa Island. We can expect some landings at the grounds of Sentosa, but what we are already seeing is that the team, it is Hyderabad Hydra, is already on the ground of highest resource loot zone, and shipyard is also a little extra populated. And Godlike is also into the mix of Blind Esports. Let's see if they are willing to pick up a fight. Well, yes, indeed, we can expect an early battle. Blind Esports versus Godlike once again, and this is a rivalry that has been created over and over time. We are seeing these two teams combating against each other.
Well, we do see a lot of teams combating against each other, and Bermuda is the kind of map which usually takes a lot of time, before any fights happen. But just to say that Blind Esports, they get themselves the first blood. Reno will be the one taking down the player of Godlike, the team that was actually feeling really good and really confident today. Blind Esports, they are, they're gonna hurt them a bit, and they're actually chasing him. Niku wants the CM, and CM just goes down. He's out in the open. There's no one coming to save you, my man. Godlike, they're gonna lose a couple of players here. Oh boy, this is not a good start for the side of Godlike Esports this time around. Last time on the map of Bermuda, yes, they did get that booyah, but this time I think the chances are a bit grim here.
Well, chances are turning a little difficult for the team. Now, Blind Esports is the team who is able to get two kills for themselves. So that indicates Godlike is turning a handicap towards the 50% of the roster alive now. Team Godlike were able to get total of 3 booyahs out of the 9, which is good, which you already mentioned. Now the dreams to get the 4th one definitely is not going to get accomplished. I'm very sure of. And now, if you talk about the fight right now, it has to be the team who is on the rock bottom. Team Avatar against them, sharing the ground is going to be Chairman Esports. Well, certainly, if you talk about Chairman Esports, they were not performing so good yesterday, but today they are working wonders, and this is exactly what you have to do. You had a bad day, it's okay. Let's forget about that. Let's try to remember about what's going to happen today, and I think they have got a very good, strong frame of mind coming in. And Blind Esports with the grenade was able to knock one more player. Indeed, not only knock, confirm one more player. So now Godlike is left with only one player to play. And talking about Chemin Esports, a Scar in the hand, Scar versus Scar, and crosshair right on the face of the enemy. Hanger is also having some vehicular movements, but Swastik is the man who is very sure of. He wants to take down the opposition team, which is Avatar, and he's not even in prone position. A minute pixel might also allow Swastik to get this required knock.
Yeah, but I mean that thermal scope. He knows that he has seen that heat. There you go, that heat pixel right there, and he knows someone's right there. So he's just waiting. He just wants to, take a clear shot because he only gets one shot, and after that he's gonna be spotted. So he wants to make sure that he gets that knock, takes him down, and makes it pretty easy. But on the other hand, Team Avatar and Team, oh yeah, that is Team Swastik. No, sorry, Team Chemin Esports. Swastik is in. I think there might be a fight happening as well, but let's see. Look at that team in the blue zone. They can actually third party this. Maybe if they, if they try to stay alive and try to stay sneaky for a while, they can do this third party pretty easily here.
Yes, we can expect a third party coming in, but are they willing to do? Are they willing to put at risk? Well, we really don't know what risk are they ready to take. But talking about Chemin Esports versus Team Avatar, they are going against each other on the grounds of Shipyard. That is exactly where they did land. And talking about Chemin Esports, there are few players coming into the roster from the roster of 4 unknown, and it is their default drop point, particularly the man Swastik. So they are very safe right now. They are very comfortable right now. They've got an upper hand right now. So maybe this time, but Team Avatar doesn't care about it. They've got a good cover, particularly the man who is just using some emotes. But Radhe Thakur has been taken down by Wizardo here. Let's see how is it going to happen and what comes next. I really did not understand. Teammates taking down teammates, and on the course, Godlike will be the first team to get eliminated within the lobby. And what exactly happened there, Edge?
Well, that was miscommunication coming in right there, and a misplay. That should not happen at this level of at this stage of the game at least. That's not what we expect. But Godlike Esports getting eliminated in position 12 after the kind of performance they were putting in for the past 3 maps. I did not see that coming. I actually thought they might actually get that booyah once again, on the map of Bermuda, because that is where they usually. I mean, we already played Bermuda 4 times, right? So they got 2 booyahs out of that. So I expected maybe a third one, but the that fight was actually with Tanya. I'm not really sure what exactly happened, but miscommunication has got to be the key there. Anyway, Mizado on the other hand taking down Sanu, Hyderabad Hydras. They are in danger right now. Powerful legend. Both of them are in position, but they might not be able to get any kills because it's going to be Reno taking down one. That's Happy Dog. Comban takes another one. Blind Esports coming out really, really strong, getting a lot of kills there. I think that's the 3rd kill for the side of Blind Esports already. And Reno might be just confirmed his 5th. Radhe Thakur will get one on the Durgesh. There's a lot of fights happening towards the shipyard area. The first one is just coming into play here as well. We are down to 41 players. It's gonna be Chemin Esports taking on Hyderabad Hydras here. Let's see. I mean, they are really close to the waters and everything, but Swastik, he's gonna be running around. Wizardo takes one, and the grenade will able to, deal a bit of damage, but not enough. But it doesn't really matter because Wizardo's weapon will deal a lot more damage than that goddamn grenade. Will be eliminating Hyderabad Hydras in position number 11, and just as Chemin Esports were recovering from that fight, Blind Esports, they're here to find that blind spot on the side of Chemin Esports. They want to take this fight. They will be able to deal a lot of damage. Chemin Esports, they did not see this one coming. Surprise element will be in the favor of Blind Esports here. Reno is down. No points available. Niku. He's almost gone. He's almost gone there. Wizardo, he is still alive. Niku barely survives. And that playzone will take him down. Swastik, that first playzone. They're out of the playzone, guys. We don't see that. Radhe Thakur will get one. Swastik is eliminated. Blind Esports will lose a player as well. But Radhe. You need to be able to get multiple, and he will be. Blind Esports. They wanted to catch Chemin Esports off guard, but guess what? Radhe has other plans in head. And wow, Blind Esports. That was a really unfortunate fight for them, but Chemin Esports showing up really, really strong here.
This was the worst fight that I have witnessed in an entire tournament. Blind Esports racing to the blue zone to pick up fight against Chemin Esports and now getting eliminated. That is the last thing any of the team shall be going ahead, and this is worth a point of discussion in terms of criticizing the strategy. Blind Esports are going very strong. They had total of 4 frags to confirm. They had all the resources, all the utilities inclusive, but ultimately one single wrong decision is going to getting eliminated when they already had the momentum into their hands. Shemin Esports with one man alive, he revived his teammate, a 3-man roster back to his foot, and the player Groot. The player Groot is the last one from Team Avatar as well. And we did not talk about Circle much. How different again the Circle was towards the southeastern side, Sentosa being all inclusive of it, and it is the default drop point for Headhunters. So they are having a very good time here. They still do have a lot of time to rotate. And talk about other teams, well, they are going passive, they are going silent, not exactly passive though, they have not yet crossed the path against each other, but they are going very, very silent. They are trying to hold themselves until the next shift, and Circle is going to shift in any single time. Let's see how everything is going to result.
I mean, I still have Gemini Sports really far away. They're still holding on towards that shipyard area. Do they have a jump pad there? Because if they don't, then it's gonna be a really hard time for them. Because the first zone is already coming into, it's already done. The second zone is gonna be coming into play soon. So that's gonna deal a bit more damage. And usually they are a little out, and Sentosa this time completely excluded. There you go, Tanya. The unexpected turns that the zone takes. We had the Sentosa completely inside the zone in the first one. Well, second one, it's completely excluded. So the side of Headhunters, they need to make their way back in, and I'm not really sure what they're doing. The side of Chemin Esports still. Okay, they're just waiting for the jump pad now. Okay, they're making their way back in. 10-minute mark about to hit. Axel just hit. 9 squads. 32 players still alive. Look at all those positioning coming in from helping gamers there. That's another team that I'm really looking forward to, because they haven't had a really good, day number 1. But moving on to day number 2, I believe they will put up a better performance. And up until now, the first 3 maps, not great, but they are still at the 7th or 8th position, so they can still make their way to the top 6, because this is the final chance for them here, Tanya. I mean, you gotta make it. You gotta bring your best game in. You gotta make sure that you take down the top dogs. Just how Blind Esports were doing the last time. Gemini Esports are doing it this time around as well. Because if you do not win, if you do not have enough points after this map, the last 2 maps are going to be really, really hard for you, because the pressure will be getting onto you, so you cannot focus on the game with a free mind.
Absolutely. Talking about free mind, I have something else also to talk about. The 11S series of Infinix Note series is launching on 13th of December. Make sure you mark the date, just like Team TG is marking their presence against Team Headhunters, who are just making the move. They have been caught here, and the kills are getting confirmed. Licky, the Grenadier, is doing the perfect wonders. One more with the grenade. One more with the grenade. Is it going to be an entire elimination by the grenades of Licky? Licky wants to go one more time. It is going to be 1v4 if at all he's able to get one more grenade finisher, and Avneet has been caught, taken down. Licky goes in as a savior this time, not with the grenade, but with the Mag 7. So here we go ahead. Team Total Gaming TYCOONS, a total of 5 frags with no loss of players. The rotation of Headhunters did not work wonders. Their peak will still be into the circle, and the last man remaining for the Team Avatars has taken a rotation from all the way to shipyard. Now, just look at this battle. Chemin Esports avoided the battle here on the grounds of shipyard, and now once again they are going to face off each other. The fate was already written by either being eliminated or getting eliminated by this team, but at that point of time, Team UG Empire was not part of this three-team fight, and Wizard is already able to take down Java Boy. So UG Empire will go shorthand in terms of man-to-man advantage.
Well, those 50 caliber shots are just too much, and Vizara just takes down one of the players on the side of UG pretty easily. They were like, yeah, boom, boom, quick scope, boom, boom. He was dead. He wasn't even knocked. He was out of the server in a matter of a few seconds. And look at that zone again. Another drastic turn there now. I mean, that's gotta be the most unexpected zone I've seen in a while now. I mean, apart from the fact that the other day I did see a zone inside the water, but yeah, this is gonna be the second unexpected, most unexpected zone here. But the side of Chemin Esports, they're feeling really confident right now. 8 kills. There's only one player down. Right, still 3-man in. They're doing really good with 27 players left on the server, 8 squads in. Orangutan and the DESI gamers, they are the ones that actually need to put in a lot more effort because they both are just running around the map. They have no kills whatsoever to their name. Yes, DESI gamers are on the top of the scoreboard. Orangutan, I believe, are in the 5th position, but Orangutan, if they do not get any number of kills here, this is not going to be a good game for them. Just the rank points is not going to be enough. And just as I say that, Orangutan might be in a fight here against Chemin Esports. Harsh will be the one taking down Rade. That's going to be the star player on the side of Chemin Esports. But instantly revived, I believe. So still a lot of... oh, never mind. He's still not revived. He's outside. He is bleeding. And he will be revived nevertheless. DESI Gamers, Orangutan right next to each other. While Chemin Esports are in the middle of the chaos here. This might be a bad fight for the side of Chemin Esports if they decide to take this. They do have the high ground advantage, but the the man advantage that the Orangutan and DESI gamers have might just be an 8 versus 3 if they decide to third party this.
Oh, well, it is going to be a 3-way affair right now. Firing shots are already being exchanged. On the course, Team Avatar has been taken down and eliminated on position 8, and they had no kill points. They had 1 kill point. So some of standing points as well shall be seen into the bottom half of the leaderboard. Coming back to Team Orangutan, no loss of player. Killer being the only fragger for the team. Circle is also going to take a shift, and circle shifts are very brutal this time with the new meta coming in. Chemin Esports has a 2-man roster alive, 8 frags already, and Circle does take it to shift, and it is helping Gamer. Now that is something great. They are going to be into the center of the circle, and they are going to pick up all the advantage. But with the advantage also come a side effect, which is they are going to be into the center of attraction. They might be attacked from all different angles because it is the zone is into the open area, and Team Assassin is also pushing themselves into the center of the circle, and now it can be a battle. We can expect a battle between Assassin Army and DESI Gamers. Who is going to take down whom, that we'll get to know soon. But I do see DESI Gamers are ready with the close range weapons like Mag 7, SMGs, and the grenades popping in from Assassin. That's got left very low in HP, and Barbie, to the surprise, just crashes it in and confirms and takes down Black Tiger. 1 more kill confirmed by Team HG here.
Well, 1 more kill, and I think one of the team has been eliminated there. Or was that a quad kill? Never mind. Anyway, helping gamers, they already have 2 kills to their name. Let's see if they can get any more. Yeah, you're right there in the center of the zone. Iconic is taken down. Orangutan Elite not in a good position right now. RDP and Pahari, the best sniper in the game, has been taken down by Vizarro. Guess what? We have a better sniper. That's what Pahari says. Now, Iconic, he has he has been a great duo along with RDP MVP, but this time around I don't think Iconic has that option here. Iconic is gonna get taken down in 3, 2, 1. He should be going down. There you go. So did Vizardo actually. Armin gets 1. We're down to 16 players. Beautiful grenade, but just not enough. Team TG TYCOONS, they have 6 kills. They are still, staying strong. They have 4 players alive. Orangutan Elite eliminated in position number 5. Helping gamers, that beautiful grenade launcher kill coming in from Arpit. And UG Prince takes out 1 more. Helping gamers have 3. They're in the top 4 already. Assassin Army, they are in open. They're in open grounds here, alongside a team that is in the sniper tower. UG gets taken down by TG. Conceptor gets himself a kill. Oh, he's being revived, but then instantly taken down. That's not a good thing, he's just toying around with him. Liggy is the only player that went down on the side of TG. This game, the 5th zone coming into play in 3 seconds, but the side of Assassin Army, they're out in the open. That is the fight that I actually want to see. What is happening with them? Assassin Army. They're out in the open, and just as I say that, he will go down to Zalim. Moldy gets a beautiful grenade knock. Helping gamers? Still feeling confident here, Tanya.
Absolutely, with 4 teams, 12 players, they are looking very confident. And now Assassin Clutch God are going to bleed to death and get eliminated by the wrath of the zone. Here we go ahead. Zone is closing in. It is the final snap and the final shrink. still it is going to be Team HG with all player alive and 5 frags already. Avneet going ahead, pushing it in, but he was retaliated quite too quickly. The trade came in handy. Ronnie Negi on the court was revived. But let's see what happens next year, because helping gamers are showing some other nature for themselves, and they are utilizing the advantage of circle which they were provided with. They are trying to use the they are making the most of use out of it. 50-50 is the split right now. Quadruple coming in from Maldi, from helping gamers. 3 teams, 8 players only remaining. UG Empire with only 1 frag coming in from Prince. They are having a grenade launcher to work out with. Rahul did deliver, but unfortunately could not get exactly what he was. Indeed, he is taken down. It is going to be now one more player decimated, one more player confirmed. The UG with 2 man goes to alive. 2 versus 3 will be the situation. Who takes away the Booyah? TC Tycoons are decimated already. 1 versus 1, and ultimately it is going to be UG taking away the Booyah with two men still standing on the feet. So though they are going to be, so Prince is going to be MVP with 2 kills only, but 12 points will matter in long run.
Well. UG did. I did not expect that one coming. I mean, they were in the sniper tower. They were actually, in a really bad spot the last time I saw them. But in the end, all that matters is the zone and the final kills. Everyone else, they were as an army. They were getting those kills, and so were helping gamers. By UG, they got the kills that actually mattered. Taking down the last players of the last team, getting themselves that extra 3 points and that extra couple of kill points as well. So they are going to be moving up on that overall scorecard for sure. But I mean, once again, I wouldn't say bad, but a disappointing performance coming in from DESI gamers. Well, expected a lot more from the side of Blind Esports, and they did start off strong. That is why I expected a lot more. But that fight, I think that was a bit too greedy, coming in from them. They thought they could take him down, but guess what? The plan backfired, and they were the ones that actually went down without even taking a single player down. So I don't think there was even a single casualty coming in from the side of Chemin Esports when they were fighting against, the Blind Esports on the side of that shipyard area. So that was a fight, unnecessary fight for the side of Blind Esports. Maybe they would have gotten themselves into a better position. But I really want to see how well did Orangutan do against, now on the scorecard here. But we kind of have to wait. We'll be taking a look at the map-wise scorecard. But overall, once again, we gotta wait till the end of the day for that, Tanya.
Absolutely. UG Empire, definitely. This was the last name that was coming to me in terms of Booyah, where TG Tycoons were into the lobby, helping gamers were into the lobby, and they were surviving as a squad strong. But here we go ahead with the number 1 position, still helping gamer, not the Booyah. It's okay. We do have those amount of kills, which nobody else has except Shem in esports. But ultimately, they survived a little extra minutes, and that is how they are on position 1 with total of 18 points to follow. TG Tycoon still spotted in top 3 with 15 points. 15 points also shared by UG Empire, though they had the Booyah, but the number of kills were very, very less as compared to what TG Tycoons had. So they need to make sure they also level up their kill feeds as they are leveling up in terms of standing points. Sherman Sports with a total of 14 points, just 1 point away. Very well played. The best battle was they were able to take down Blind Esports into the blue zone while they were healing themselves. So yeah, it is a strong respect for team like Sherman Esports when are able to pick up a battle when they were in short of HP, and they were able to heal themselves up and also win the player without any loss of players. Talk about Assassin Army, the last team to procure double digit, and then comes Blind Esports, a blind rush spotted here into the map of Bermuda for the second half.
Yep, I mean, Blind Esports, that was greedy, once again, as you were saying. And those 6 kills, that's what I was talking about. That's really a good 6 kills at the starting of the match, but then they were kind of being greedy. Orangutan Elite, on the other hand, only 1 kill. That is really, really sad seeing them getting only 1 kill, not the kind of team, not the kind of performance. But on the other hand, DESI gamers have no kills. Wow, that is another disappointment. Actually, 5 teams have no kills. DESI Gamers, Team Avatar oh 07, Headhunters, Godlike, and Hyderabad Hydra. None of these teams have got themselves even a single kill. That is not the kind of performance. And even though Blind Esports were eliminated in position number 10, they did have 6 kills, which pushed them up to the top 6. Otherwise, they would have been at the bottom as well. So Blind Esports, yeah, they do have the kills, but they kind of have to work on that, rank placement next time around. But the side of Orangutan Elite, that is not the performance. DESI Gamers, I don't know. It feels like, since they're already at the top of the scoreboard, they're not, as focused as they were yesterday. Because yesterday they were getting those number of kills. They were like the top four, top five with good amount of kills as well. But today, I think overall, I think they have like 10 kills in 3 maps. That is, sorry, 4 maps. That is around 10 kills. That is not the kind of gameplay we expect from DESI gamers. That is not what they showcased yesterday as well, Tanya.
Absolutely. So Desi gamers are content with what they have achieved yesterday. Here they are just to have some fun, just to have some strange drop points, just to get a little extra bit of a practice. This is what they are trying to do, and they have earned it. This is the luxury for themselves that today they don't have to put themselves into the pressure of qualifying. Even if they are throwing away other 2 games with 0 kills, maybe they were not throwing purposely, but out of purpose as well. If they are again getting 0 kill points, still I'm very sure of they are into a triple digit and they are going to qualify, because the race here is not to procure number 1 but to qualify into top 6. Now talking about the bottom half leaderboard, they are also doing very very good. Teams like Helping Gamers, now with a roster alive, total of 9 frags, they haven't been performing so well yesterday. So today the teams from the bottom half are definitely outshining themselves, and with 2 more matches remaining, still the window is open. Edge, we cannot deny the window of qualifying is still open, and with 2 to 3 back-to-back such performances coming in from any
Mhm.
team, we can expect that they still do stand a chance to qualify towards the next stages of World's Esports Cup. Ultimately, the title you are going to bring is not only for yourself but for your entire nation. It is the battle of 3 nations where you are going to get. So maybe Indian teams are trying to level up just to qualify, just to participate, and let's hope that the teams who are giving all in, who are going 200%, they're able to level up themselves, prove themselves, and also qualify towards the next stages.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, even now since you put it in my head, I think DESI gamers are trying new things, because this is the time they have already qualified pretty much. I mean, it's highly unlikely that they will not be qualifying. So they have 90% already secured the spot. So why not just try it with different, drop spots, with different tactics coming in? I think that is what they're trying to do here. Unfortunately, now working out for them, but doesn't really matter. Now since they've tried it, moving on forward, they'll improve the calls, or maybe improvise the game plan. And you're right, not just the title, but also the cash prize that goes with it. 35L. That's not a small amount, and it's gonna help you. Improve your device. Maybe you'll get yourself an Infinix and Note 11s, or just put it in your pockets and save it for a while. But at the same time, you're gonna be facing off teams from different region. I've said this again. I've said this before. I'll say it again. When Indian region, you might have scrimmed against them. You might have played against them in past tournaments. But when you're playing against teams from different regions like Pakistan and Nepal, that is something that you might have done, but most probably not all teams have played against other regions, right? So that is gonna be the competition that I'm actually looking forward to. But well, you kind of have to still wait. There's still a long way for the Pakistani and the Nepali region to collide with the Indian region right now. Let's take a look at these 12 teams colliding yet again on the map of Purgatory for one last time for the day. It is Group 2, I'm sorry, Day 2, and map number 5, Purgatory yet again. The flight, it is the flight path kind of like a 60-40, right from the center, in a diagonal way, obviously, passing through Brasilia, which is going to be a hotspot for multiple teams. I believe that's going to be DG and Blind Esports going in there. Maybe that might be an initial fight here, Tanya.
Well, definitely. The flight path is very, very indicative about the spread out. Shall not be a problem. And let's see what happens next here. Ski Lodge being highly contested. Desi gamers are going to pick up a fight against Hyderabad Hydras. And talking about the team Helping Gamers, they are on the Western Island. And if you have a look at Ski Lodge right now, it is going to be a 1v4 situation. A player has choked himself into the caravan, and the battle is worsening even more. All different spots, all different teams battling against each other. So many casualties just within 2 minutes of time. And if you have a look at the team, they say it is going to be Orangutan Killer once again. He becomes the first fragger, and they are on their home ground. And over here, Killer will be the kill leader as well, with only one player. Legend surviving and chasing into the open, coming in from Team Hyderabad Hydras.
Hyderabad Hydras once again getting destroyed. Oh, Legend He's like, he's gonna go down, but why not just go down swinging? He will take down one. Can he take down Iconic? Oh no. There you go, that's it. Oh, he actually takes down one of the players. Oh, he actually managed to take down one. That is RDP. But guess what? He's gonna get instantly traded by a killer actually. Orangutan Elite. Well, they did start off strong, but losing a player, I don't think that's what they wanted. But yeah, nevertheless, 2 minutes in, we already have seen an elimination coming in. Hyderabad Hydras once again going in with 0 rank points, but this time around they have 1 kill point, Tanya.
Oh well, it's only one kill point, maybe many more to follow. Let's see how are they going to move ahead. If you have a look at a team, Orangutan getting 3 kills, a very good deal, but losing one player very early on is going to matter too much in terms of procuring Booyah. And Orangutan is one of the team who is struggling to reach into top 5 or top 4 and also procure Booyah. Let's see if today if they are able to achieve one on the grounds of Central City. There's only one team, which is nothing but Team TG TYCOONS here. And if we have a look at the Western Island, it is Southern Island. We have one more team which is supposed to be Blind Esports. Now, Blind Esports needs to go a little slow. They don't have to haste their battles. They don't have to choose their the fights which they want to take. They don't have to just force themselves and go in any angle. They have to make sure when they are giving into that position, they are into that position where they might win it. Shall be a big deal, but there's one more big deal. They have to face this Pahadi right now. A player was put down but revived immediately. It is ski loss. Mid to long range fight. 2 battles altogether. One at ski loss, one at Central City, and now Total Gaming Tycoons have. Oh my God! Total Gaming Tycoons are getting shaky. Blind Esports are very strong and have got an upper hand. 2 players down on the knees. Will they get revived? Shall be the question here. And Niku with the UMP is able to take down one more player who was just trying to race out of the battle with the bike, and Logan taking away the bike right in front of his eyes. Now, this is an utter teasing situation happening here.
Well, it was more like, it was more like Grand Theft Auto. It was like, nope, I want the bike, I'll take you down and then I'll steal the bike. That's what happened right there. Logan feeling really, cheeky there. But Nico, on the other hand, he's getting kills, got himself a double. Conceptor, he is in danger right now, pulling glue walls, but he's all alone against 4 players. Oh, Blind Esports and Conceptor, he does manage to take one down. That's Renu. Conceptor will actually confirm the kill as well. Oh no, he wants to deal as much damage as he can. TG TYCOONS finally get eliminated. Niku, oh, he came to the rescue at the right moment there. Logan would have gone down. Almost, but yeah, once again, I mean, this is the second time, right? First, it was the side of Hyderabad Hydras, where the sole survivor, the last survivor, he knew he was going down. So he just took down one of the players. And now the same thing happened here. Blind Esports, the loser player, while TG TYCOONS, they knew they were going down, they just managed to deal a bit more damage. They will have 0 rank points. But once again, thanks to this kill, they get 1 kill point. I know it's not a lot, but 1 is always better than 0, especially when it's a kill point. So, moving on forward, Mount Villa is under the control of GODL here, but let's see, there is a Team Lurkin, Team Helping Gamers. I don't think they'll be spotted anytime soon, so GODLIKE and Helping Gamers might have to wait a bit longer. But GODLIKE, let's see if they can put up a better performance when compared to the last one.
Maybe they are going to show a very good comeback here, because Helping Gamers are definitely going very strong right now. Once again, all 4 players pushing against 1 player of Team GODLIKE. It is a 4 versus 1 situation where the player chasing into the open, showing the back. Now, that is something risky that he's trying to put up. He was supposed to be taken down, but ultimately the blue walls comes as a savior. The chase is still on. The firing shots are still on. Who is going to take down whom shall be the question here. All 4 players still intact. Mount Villa, well, the place where generally the players who take a landing here want to go for a safer approach. But no, nothing is safe anymore, because circles are turning very brutal. Circles are turning very crucial. Now circle will also try to shrink in soon. Let's see in which directions the players going to go save themselves, because the circle advantage right now is into the hands of team Godlike. They have got a good positioning, they have got a good hard compound, but they are in the split of 50-50. That is the only negative point that they are using. And talking about circle, it is in front of our screen. Godlike wants to make sure that they, oh, what is happening? Blind Esports decimated team. Headhunters here by sights and shotgun. We definitely missed the fight there, but we did reach out to the kill feed.
Blind Esports. That was I mean we didn't see the fight, but we know it was brilliant because I saw a melee kill there coming in. So whatever it was beautiful. But Assassin Army, on the other hand, I mean he's bleeding, he has a kill and he's out in the open, so he's gonna be revived by his teammate. But where is the pressure coming in from the other team? Why are they not taking the fight right now? Our team Avatar, I believe that is. Yep. There's only 2 players inside of Assassin Army. Kind of cornered here, isolated. But Team Avatar, they are actually searching for all the players of Assassin Army. And since, you know, they're out of the zone, they are kind of, you know, second guessing themselves. Indecisive is the word I would use right now if they want to take this fight or not. Since both of the teams are outside of the zone. Just the first zone will not be dealing a lot of damage. But the side of Avatar, they need to put up a better performance this time around, because after this they only have one more map, and it's not going to be an easy one around that last particular one on the map of Kalahari, especially with teams like DG and Orangutan Elite. So if they want to have a chance, any chance of making it into the top 6, the teams that are at the bottom half of the scoreboard, and I mean teams like, you know, Avatar, Hyderabad Hydras, Blind Esports, unfortunately are at the bottom as well. You know, Assassin Army, Headhunters, and Helping Gamers, they did have a good last game, but they were at the bottom half of the scoreboard. So all these teams, they need to put up a better performance this time around. And as Tanya was saying, Infinix Note 11S will be unveiled at on December 13th. So make sure to you know, maybe grab your mobile, maybe get your hands on one of the Note 11S, because it's not going to be an easy task. And just like how it's not an easy task to kill a player that's actually riding a goddamn bike, Chemin Esports, they wanted to take it, but guess what? DESI Gamers, they have other plans in head, and that bike has been you know, destroyed. But doesn't really matter. There are a lot more vehicles to be coming in.
Lot more vehicles, lot more fights, lot more rotations coming in, and Chemin Esports have got Rizardo down on his knees, and they are going ahead, reviving as early as possible on the court. Circle is also going to take a shift, and I really don't know Godlike, what are they up to? They are into the deepest core of the blue zone. They have to make a move, and while they make a move, they will have to face a total of 4 teams here. Bridge attacks are on here coming in from Chemin Esports. Lot of damage delivered. Let's see if they are able to converge this damage into a knock or the confirmation. All the vehiculars are put to blast. Still no casualty. That means Blind Esports this time are going very, very safe. They are not trying to expose themselves to such an extent where they might be decimated. Circle takes a shift. Western Island is no more a part of the circle. Now this is something interesting. Total of 5 teams over here were on the Western Island, and UG Empire Prince just now confirmed 1 player, which is Niku, coming in from Blind Esports. And now Niku was the MVP player, key player until now. Let's see without the key player how Blind Esports is going to struggle. On the court, Prince is able to take down Shanti as well from DESI Gamers. Definitely once again an underperforming spotted by Team DESI Gamers. Rizardo with the M1887 want to go ahead up close and personal to get the knock. Indeed, he was able to deliver a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he could not go ahead and get the confirmation, and vehicle knock was an attempt. Unfortunately, could not go as planned. Anand down on the knees. Team and roster still alive.
That was funny, kind of, to watch him just fly away like that, you know. But Harsh on the other hand will get one. Swastik gets another one. Harsh gets the kill onto Rizardo. This is a fight we've all been waiting for. UG Prince goes down to round his grenades. Chemin Esports in danger, but they have a lot of kills. DESI Gamers on the other hand, not looking good either. Oh, was that Orangutan? My bad. Kasana on the other hand takes on Rad. There's only this is DESI Gamers. Right? Yeah, this is DESI Gamers. They have only 2 players left. Swastik is the only survivor on the side of Chemin Esports. UG here to third party, but they're just running away right now, DESI Gamers. Yeah, you know, side of UG was like, yeah, we respect you enough. Why don't you just take the kill? And DESI Gamers get that one. OG Iconic is the only survivor on the side of Orangutan Elite. So not a great game for DESI gamers, not a great game for Orangutan Elite. They did start off strong, but unfortunately they did fall off moving on. It is a second zone coming into play, so still a lot of work to do. But Blind Esports, 8 kills here, Tanya. Only one player left, but 8 kills. All Logan needs to do right now is survive till the top 5.
8 kills is definitely massive. They were able to pick up fight on the grounds of Central City where they won it. Once again, they were on the move. They were able to decimate one more squad, but now lost 3 players altogether. So the dream of Booyah is never going to be fulfilled until and unless there's an opportunity of a heal battle or something that sort. Circle is inclusive of mainland as well as Southern Island. Southern Island has got a total of 4 teams, out of which 2 teams are having solo survivors, and one more solo survivor spotted, which comes in from Team UG, who is on the mainland right now. Water Routes inclusive circle, if it all takes a drastic shift, moving from one island to another is already going to be the key of concern. Then on the course, DESI gamers are also making a move. They are waiting for the circle to take a close call. Where exactly they shall be moving is the question into their brain. So it is for us, and the circle goes centralized, inclusive of main parts of mainland and a little bit of the Southern Island. Southern Island had more players here, so while rotation, we can expect a strong battle brewing up between total of 4 teams altogether.
Yep. And the sole survivor there, still kind of, looking iffy right now, making his way back into the circle. Oh, no. Oh, Iconic. Is he going to let him pass? No, he wants to take that fight. He will take a bit of shots there. Logan versus Iconic. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. That grenade will deal a lot of damage. Will be dealing enough damage, is it? No, it is going outside of the zone. Outside of the shield, that is, I'm sorry. Freeze bomb comes in. Kasana actually takes down another player. They're an Iconic. He gives up. He's like, screw it. I don't want to take this fight anymore. But Blind Esports, the only player once again. Never mind. Iconic just repositioned himself. Logan, you were not ready for this. He actually thought that the player on the side of Orangutan actually left. But is it third zone coming into play? So Iconic, he's still pretty far away, so he's making a run for it. Logan, on the other hand, will be hitting himself and then making a run for the zone. Let's see, they are at the edges, and that bridge can be the, the X factor. That bridge is going to be a crucial part of the zone here. Whoever has the control of the bridge, I'm pretty sure they'll have, at least a slight advantage over the other teams while helping gamers and godlike. This might be a fight here towards this fire brigade and the waters. That is the river area. I mean, that is just incredible. Once again, the zone having a bit of water here, Tanya.
Zone inclusive of water routes is always one of the most interesting circle, and today we might get to see those interesting skinned surfboards where we get to see them very, very rarely. So I'm very excited about this sort of a circle. Yes, it might be sounding a little devilish, little bit of evilish thought, but it definitely interests me when water routes are inclusive. Circle is going to take a shift, and yippee shall be the shout because it is still inclusive of water routes. Kasana still on the edge of the crescent of the blue circle. Other 2 teams as well. The solo survivors have got nothing else but to survive at the edge of the blue circle, and over here firing shots by helping gamers once again spotted in top 7 as a roster alive. They are going ahead against Team Godlike. 4 versus 4 will be the battle, and if we compare the firepower, Godlike has definitely got an upper hand, but it is going to be Black Tiger from DESI Gamers takes down one of the strongest contender of team Godlike. Now it is going to be a 3-man roster alive, and grenades coming in from Maldi. Hinutra was not much affected. CM is tanking up a little bit of damage. Let's see how long will Team Godlike survive with 2 teams attacking from 2 different direction. Zone is also playing its own game because one more casualty spotted here. 2 casualties with Zone.
Oh no, yeah, the zone is dealing a lot of damage now coming in. It's the 4th zone coming into play here. But where is that of OG? Yep, there it is, Iconic. He's still alive. Well, like they have a couple of players up in. Man, look at that team coming in, helping gamers. Yep, I mean, that you were ready to take the SUV down, but were you ready to take down the 4 players on the side of helping gamers? Is a question. There's grenades coming in, glue walling every single window. Zalim is taken down. The Pig gets himself a double. Beautiful grenade. Abidol actually takes some. Zalim, that tag team work coming in from the side of Godlike. It is actually Godlike, but he will be revived, so helping gamers They're actually, it's in the name. They will help each other out and they will come out on top. That's what the name stands for. But Abe does not give a damn. Comes out in the open. Will be taken down by Abby Dog actually. Okay, godlike. And he will be confirmed by Moldy, helping Yama stealing a kill from the side of Avatar here. Moldy, he's still trying to get that grenades, and maybe, there's still one more player on the side of Godlike left while Dracula takes down Lynx. Where is Ginotra? He's there. He wants to use that grenade after he goes down. Doesn't really matter. Haldi gets himself a double with the shotgun this time around. 12 more players. And Godlike has been eliminated here.
Malde, what a shot that was with only 5 HP for himself, no health kit to work out with. Still, he was able to procure that required kill. That was something strong coming in from Team Helping Gamers. And so is Kamber trying to reach against one more team decimating. 6 frags already, 3 players alive. Firing shots are still on. 4 teams, 10 players. Healthiest team is definitely Assassin Clutch Squad with total of 3 players alive. The MVP Dracula is also looking very strong, and DESI Gamers this time surviving and this position for it. If I'm not mistaken, they did not have any more kills. And Helping Gamers choked to do zone. Water Roots inclusive. This is the curse of the circle for Helping Gamers. They are not able to make until the Booyah. Team Avatar with total of 4 frags. 2-man roster alive. 1 versus 2 is the situation, turning it to a Booyah coming in. Avatar was eliminated here, and they had and it is going to be Dracula who's going to be the MVP. And if I'm not mistaken, it has to be the very first Booyah for the day from Assassin Clutch Squad.
True that is, but you gotta give it to the entire team of the Assassin Army. Although they were the bottom of the scoreboard for a really long time now, they did not give up and finally got themselves a Booyah. And I think they have a good amount of kills as well, so that is gonna be a good thing for them. But the question is that enough, or is it a bit too late? Is it too little, too late? Is the question I have in my head. But at least for now, congratulations, Assassin Army, for getting that Booyah. Finally, getting a bit of a bit of a taste of how the victory is. And on the other hand, TG Tycoons, Desi Gamers, and the side of Orangutan, well, once again, kind of a disappointing performance coming in from them. But you got to give it to Team Avatar, right? Avatar 07. They were at the bottom of the scoreboard and they almost got themselves the Booyah. Yes, they did not do it, but they had. I think this is their best placement so far in this entire BO12 series. Getting that second placement, not really sure how many kills they had, but getting that second placement is always good here, Tanya.
It was a perfect play, surviving, healing, reviving, killing, and it was a total planned play, which finally, after since yesterday until today, by the end of the day, as we are closing in with only 1 match remaining, they are able to execute, and that is what exactly I was trying to say a little while ago. With only 2 more matches remaining, which is now reduced to 1 more match remaining, the players into the bottom half has got nothing to lose but so much to earn. Maybe by eliminating a strong team like Team Desi Gamers, who have been dominating since yesterday, though today it's not their good day whatsoever, still they are not shaken from position 1, at least not until the map of Bermuda. That I'm very sure of. Maybe we can expect some changes coming in from here. Team Godlike is going for the survival points, rather fighting points, and there's one team that I want to talk about. Well, I think Blind Esports definitely did very, very good in this particular map with 8 frags and 3 standing points, 11 total of points. And Assassin Army, what else shall we tell? They were able to eliminate 2 players and 12 Booyah points. Only team to secure the scores within 20s and total of 20 points for themselves. Desi Gamers, not being able to survive, got eliminated on position 5. But once again, their firepower is making them reach into the top half of the leaderboard by taking total of 6 kills.
Yep, getting that 6 kills is always beneficial. And Desi Gamers finally, even though they did not have a great game, well, they still made it to the top 2. Team Avatar, on the other hand, yes, they were the second last team to be alive, but only 4 kills, so 13 total points. Blind Esports had a good game. UG, on the other hand, in fifth position there. Orangutan lead once again, not the kind of performance we were expecting. I think that's a similar. They were in seventh position this map and on Bermuda as well. So let's see how that affects them on the overall scorecard later on. But Chemin Esports, 2 + 2, that's 4. That's it.
And godlike, once again, they were alive for a bit, a bit longer than last time, but no kill points. TG Tycoons, one kill. Hyderabad Hydras, they did go down. I mean, these were they were the two teams we were talking about, right? They only have one players left, but they did manage to take down one of the opponents down before going down. Headhunters, on the other hand, one rank point but no kills, so that is exactly why they're at the bottom of the scoreboard. And now moving on forward with the map of Kalahari, the final map of the day, Tanya. Well, I gotta say, I think team Headhunters and Hyderabad. I think for Hyderabad Hydras, I don't think there's any chances of them making it. But I still think there is a pretty good chance for Headhunters, Blind Esports, and helping gamers as well to make it into the top six. But Hyderabad Hydras, I think it's the end of the journey for them.
Absolutely, Hyderabad Hydras did not have a good day today. They were trying to match to the mark yesterday, but today they're not getting the opportunity. Now, comparing the map of Bermuda and Purgatory itself, Bermuda was way more dominant because the bottom half had only one kill to work out with, six teams and only one frag. But if we talk about Purgatory, it was a mix of kill feeds spotted here for the bottom half as well. Not massive, but yeah, still six kills were available for total of six teams, though three teams going empty handed. They were having some standing points, but Purgatory was a mix of all. And there's one team that comes to my mind, which is Helping Gamers. They were able to take down team like Chemin Esports, so their existence is seen now, at least into the final stages of this league stages of Indian nation, Indian region. They are showing their existence, and that is what exactly now they shall be doing. At least mark their presence. Not being able to qualify, it's okay, but still mark your presence by taking down the strongest team, and that has been a course of repetition since the ages. We have been seeing esports when there's nothing to lose for the bottom half of the scoreboard. All they do is go for the aggressive play and spoil the game, spoil the points for the top teams who are on the verge of qualifying. That is going to be very, very risky, at least for qualification from position 4 until position 6. That is 3 slots and all. Is going to be very difficult. If they get eliminated early, they might also lose the opportunity to qualify into the next stage.
Well, that is true. You know, when you're at the bottom, you have nothing to lose, but it hurts to be at the bottom, right? So if I mean, you know you're going out, so you're gonna take down. I mean, you're gonna try to take down the big dogs that are at the top. That is exactly what this final map is all gonna be about. But here's the thing: DESI, I think they have qualified. Especially after this performance. So I think Kemini Esports and TG Tycoons have qualified as well. Godlike have been putting up not a great performance, so I still think there's a chance that they might not. But Orangutan Elite, on the other hand, with the amount of kills they got in the last two matches, there is a really tough chance for them as well. But Helping Gamers, on the other hand, they've been playing really, really good. So I think they did step up into that fifth or fourth position. So I think that it's gonna be my top four for now. I mean, we gotta wait. But the last two slots, I still think there's a chance for UG, Orangutan, Godlike, and Headhunters, as a matter of fact, and also Blind Esports if they can put up a better performance in this final map. So this is it, the final map of the Indian group stage as well. We do not have any more groups left for us. This is the final group, the group number 2. The top 6 teams will be moving on forward. They will be waiting for the Pakistani group stage, for the Nepali group stage, but it does give them enough time to take a look at the streams, take a look at how the other teams are playing from the other regions, and then also have enough time for you to come up with better plans, make executions, practice scrims, and come back stronger when all the three regions collide. Because that's when everything goes out the window. You don't know what to expect from them. You do know what to expect from the teams of your region, but when the other regions come into play, everything is on the cards here.
Absolutely, and you really never know which card will be next coming in from the sleeve unexpectedly, and which trick is coming in next. For that, you'll have to keep on practicing. For that, you'll have to keep on seeing the international events that are going to happen into the next week for Pakistan as well as Nepal. Now, coming back to the map of Kalahari, which is going to be the last match for the day, we can expect some strong snipers playing here. I want to see some strong K9, crisp K9 shots, one shot and a knock So I am expecting some good K9 plays coming in, and if Pahadi is able to get that M8-2B, that is also going to be the treat for the eyes by the end of the day, by the end of the Indian group stages here. And yesterday, into the first group as well, we did see total of 6 teams who have qualified. That was day before yesterday. Today again, 6 teams will qualify. How will you come to know which teams have qualified? If you're missing the stream or something, that is through the socials. Make sure you follow the social media of India Today Gaming as well as the broadcast partner Platonia Esports, because that is exactly where you'll come to know what happens next, which teams are qualified. And I'm very sure of these are your favorite teams, these are your favorite players. You want to get the intel as early as possible.
Well, there you go. One last map for the Indian group stage, in the regional group stage, the shortest map in Free Fire. But guess what? It's gonna be pretty lengthy here, because it is the last chance for any of the teams that are at the bottom half of the scoreboard to make it to the top half. Because if not, it's gonna be the end of the road for them. Just like the flight path, it is 50-50, and so are the chances for the teams here to make it into the top 6.
The last chance to make it into the top 6, which those 6 teams will be. Refinery already heated up. It is going to be Headhunters against Team Chemin Esports. Chemin Esports cannot afford to get eliminated because they were in top 6, and if they get eliminated, and talk about it, Kunal being aggressive, already securing not even a minute, and first blood has already been drawn with M1887. And Mini Uzi against the DJT ability has been used here, because none of the players have got any health kits to work out with. One coming in from Kunal, he healed himself up, and now he's also able to get one more knock for himself. Some shaky stuff coming in for Team Chemin Esports here.
Oh, there you go. First blood coming in. Actually, a lot of kills coming in already. Chemin Esports get one of them, but did lose 2 players. Swastik and Radek goes down. 2 best players on their team, if you ask me. But Vizardo and Anand, they're still alive. Durgesh gets 1 more knock, unable to, confirm it. And just as I say that, he will actually confirm it onto Helping Gamers. 2 players lost for them as well. Not a great start for them. Not a great start for Chemin Esports. But, I mean, there's still a chance. Because then they will try to survive right now. They're not going to take any fights. Chemin Esports and also Helping Gamers, they're supposed to not take any fights, but Vizardo is like, I don't care, I will take you down. It's a 3 versus 2, so there is a better chance of them taking them down. But let's see. Arsh will be going down to Vizardo. Vector dealing a lot of damage. That SMG, man. It is fast, it is strong, it is enough to take down one of the players. It's a 2 versus 2 right now, Tanya.
2 versus 2, fight of the equals, except if we talk about the team against him, which is Chemin Esports, they are going for the split play. Now that is very, very risky. Even the HP is very low. They don't have any health kits as well. So with 44 HP, if 2 men are just pushing against you, there's a very rare chance for your survival. And Kunal is using Mac-10. The newest weapon here. Let's see if he is able to take down the opponent here, if he is able to achieve the target, because against him, it is going to be the double vectors. We very well know the firing rate for double vectors is very, very fast, and they were able to find the treatment gun here. Now that is exactly what was required, and a little bit of damage delivered here, and here and there damages are being exchanged, but there's no result coming in, and I'm not even seeing any result very soon, except one player who is choking against 2 players with very low HP and a shotgun in his hand and a close call weapon. If Anand is risking, he might risk himself. Chrono ability deployed, and he's taken down with P90 here. There was no in particular necessity to rush in that way, but risks are to be taken. It is final map, and confirmation will not be delayed. Kunal will confirm his second frag with Mac-10.
Mac-10 double vectors. Let's see which one comes out on top right now. It's gonna be Kunal, actually. I believe that is the side of Headhunters, right? So they're actually having a good time here. But it's only it's only 3 kills, and I think 2 players left. So they need to make sure they take down this Vizardo without losing a player. Because if they lose any of the players, then once again it's going to be bad position. Oh, and grenade, Kunal, beautiful positioning. And the grenade will be enough to take down, which means side of Chemin Esports got out in 12th position here, Tanya. Just 2 points for them. That is also due to the 2 kills that they got.
The final scoreboard is going to be totally topsy-turvy. GODLIKE could not afford this early loss for sure. But coming back to Blind Esports, they are against Avatars here. No casualties spotted. They was taken down. Will he be confirmed? Shall be the question. But over here, it is Nico once again, the MVP player for Blind Esports, down on the knees. Comban left with very low in HP, but Team Avatar will be totally decimated by the deadly duo Comban as well as Reno. So a good play set spotted here. Blind Esports once again in the previous match itself, they were also listed into the top 2 fraggers for the map of Purgatory. Once again, they are able to procure a total of 4 kills, and also the grounds of Old Hampton. They've also bought themselves some time to get the best of the loots. And if you have a look at Headhunters, they're going to collide against Assassin Army, the team who has got a very good momentum, but they are as a trio. They were able to get this booyah. Lower grounds and upper grounds being distributed. Who is going to get maximum amount of kills shall be seen real soon. And Kunal fell to death. Oh, that was the last thing Kunal would have expected, because he had no health kits and he was low in HP after picking up the fight, and there's no scope that he will be revived. It is all up to Raja now. How long will Raja carry the legacy for his team, for the standing points, because it is 1v4 on the grounds of sub, and we very well know the sub is subject to survival, and survival is very, very difficult.
It is very difficult right now, and it's going to be 4 players inside of Assassin Army trying to take the sole survivor on the side of Headhunters down. This is not looking good. He's trying to avoid all the grenades, but guess what? It does deal. Brings him down to 86, and Wukong being used perfectly to dodge the bullets. Pavik will take him down with the grenade after all. Assassin Army once again taking down the entire squad of Headhunters. Actually, when I say entire, I only mean 2, because that's what the the amount of players were left. But the first zone is just coming into play here towards this confinement area. Assassin Army, two kills for them already in the top 9. They all they need right now is maybe 10 more kills and a top 3 finish. I think that is good enough for them to have a slight advantage, have a slight chance of making it to the top 6. But Powerful will get that kill onto Ronnie Nagy on the side of helping gamers,
that
and
hurts.
oh yeah, emotes. Okay, that is they're spamming emotes. Oh my god. Well, wait a second.
He's down on the knees, and the 2 players are making fun out of them, hoisting the flags, laughing emotes, dancing emotes, and there's no team support coming in, and here we see 1 frag confirmed. But anyway, it is a part and parcel of the game. Whatever they are playing within the lobby remains here. They are all friends back in the outside the lobby or into the real world, if we just openly say it. And over here we can clearly see Team Hyderabad Hydras has got Durgesh down on the knees. Will there be any team support shall be the question, because he is quite too far away from other teammates. Powerful also down on the lead and down on the knees he was, but he's confirmed. Legend is the last man standing here.
Well, Hyderabad Hydras, that was the reason they were actually just spamming the emotes was like they are going down anyway, right? They probably are out of the tournament here, while Harsh and Shanti takes down Hyderabad Hydras in position number 9. There you go. It's not gonna be them. It's actually gonna be DESI gamers having the last laugh. So, 8 more squads. 27 more players left, and that zone is now shifting towards that center of the map. A bit of command zone, a bit of mammoth, a lot of refinery actually. Let's see if they can be. Let's see the third zone actually. Now, because we've been seeing unexpected turns by the zone, I want to see if it goes towards the command post or the refinery. I'm pretty sure it might go towards the north instead of the south. But yeah, all we can do is predict, right, Tanya?
Absolutely, and I will be very honest here, Edge. I think the best of the circles I've seen out of all 3 maps is always Kalahari. At least it consists of the main part of the map. May it be command post, may it be refinery. So the softest corner coming in from the gods of circle is always been Kalahari. So yeah, maybe later on we can expect some brutal shifts coming in, but the very first circle is very polite to all 12 teams. Talking about Team Orangutan Elite, they look quite safe safe right now, and they've got two natural airdrop near to them. Now that is destructive for the opponent teams. They will be having grenade launcher, and talking about grenade launcher, here we go. They've got so many ammos for hand cannons as well, and they did not end up into the highest resource loot zone. Well, Blind Esports is again ending up picking up fight with the Desi Gamers, and Desi Gamers, I'm afraid now, after this, if at all they get eliminated now, there is a risk of qualifying into top 6. Though they are having a very good score, but the bottom teams are also outperforming any of the opponents coming in. And Blind Esports tanking up a little bit of damage, also exchanging the damage with the Desi Gamers. And Desi Gamers have got 3 frags and a 3-man roster on their feet, and freeze bomb being used here. Jump and shoot was the action coming in. Niku was able to take down Alex, and over here it is going to be the mix of battle. Other battles are also on the other side of the map, but let's focus here. One more player down, and I think the future for Desi Gamers is not very safe with only one man standing on the feet, which is Harsh for now.
Harsh, he will be getting that kill on the Logan. On the other hand, actually confirms that Blind Esports triple here for Combine, but guess what? Logan actually went down there. 10-minute mark just reached, and Harsh, oh boy, DG, they go out in position number 8. Desi Gamers once again putting up a good amount of kills, but not a great rank placement. Orangutan Elite, on the other hand, they only have 1 kill on Iconic, and they're just scouting the area. And as we were talking about that, the zone now, kind of weird, you know, moving a bit towards that northwestern side. Bit of refinery still in play, but Orangutan, let's see if they can take down any more players here. Surviving is not going to be enough for them. If they want to make it to the top 6, they need to get at least 5 kills, at least. So that is something they might be going in for. But Assassin Army, the sole survivor, is it? He's out in the open and spotted by Iconic there. Oh, Pahadi, actually not the sole survivor. But yeah, there are a lot more players, but Pahadi will not be using the sniper. Does he not have a sniper yet? He has the FAMAS in his hand for some reason, and Pahadi doesn't really matter. He can use it as a sniper while helping gamers get taken out by War. In 7th position there, Tanya. Assassin Army, they are under a lot of pressure here.
The pressure is real with only 9 minutes remaining, or maybe 8 to be precise, and 6 teams, 21 players. Team Total Gaming Tycoons trying to decimate Assassin Army with the grenades coming in from Licky. And Licky is the repetitive name that we have been connecting with the grenade attacks. He was able to confirm 2 frags for themselves with the grenade finisher itself. Many more to go into the future. Circle has already taken a shift. Which teams is it supporting? We'll get to know that soon. But War is able to take down Komban, and he will be revived. It is a mid-range fight, shall not be the cause of concern. But the real cause of concern is this sort of a knock and revival tends to continue into mid to long range battle, and then all the resources are vanished away in the blink of an eye. And now that is something risky into the map of Kalahari, where the zone will turn brutal, and right now zone is again being favorable. The center of the circle goes into the hands of Team Orangutan Elite. This is the only thing. Team Elite was lagging by far, and I think if I had to predict randomly who might take away the final booyah, I think it has to be Orangutan Elite taking away the final booyah for the day. They are also gatekeeping right now, which is Team Total Gaming Tycoon, and they are gatekeeping not no one but Assassin Army, and they only have 2 men player alive, and Godlike is once again struggling with zone. The delayed rotation is the last thing that Godlike would have gone. No points delivered to any of the team, but ultimately there's a loss of a number into the team Godlike.
Lost number. Lost of a number. Orangutan. Let's see. They are third partying. Once again, I told you, Orangutan's speciality is third partying the hell out of every other team. Assassin Army will be going down. TC Tycoons, let's see that zone coming into play. They're making their way back into the zone with the help of the glue walls. 5 squads, 15. UAV has completed scouting. Once again, third party the hell out of everyone playing. Niku gets one, Pahadi gets one. Comban will be the one taking on War. Concept, the only survivor on the side of TG, will go down to Common as well. TG Tycoons eliminated in position number 5. 40-minute mark about to hit. Blind Esports, they have a really good amount of kills there. But God, like, they have 2 survivors for them. That is CM. He's in the open, and so is Ginotra, actually kind of covered right now. The OG's position, that is Orangutan's position, is beautiful because of the high ground advantage. Party with the what the
What?
okay that was a self grenade. Ouch.
Pa- Pahari is self-grenading him daily into the map of Kalahari. It was yesterday he knocked himself with grenade. Today he's knocking himself with the grenade launcher. I really don't understand what is Pahari doing with the grenades and grenade launcher. Let Iconic and Killer play that role. He is the sniper for the team. He needs the snipers. Boys, other three boys rather, Pahari from Orangutan. He find him one sniper to get the booyah. Pahari will not be revived. He's bleeding to death, but it is the CM who will be revived for now. Iconic getting the grenade launcher, getting the best of results to confirm and a total decimation. Iconic and RDP finally playing it well. Having the grenade launcher into the right hands is equal to getting a booyah. And as I did mention, if I had to randomly pick who takes away the booyah, it has to be Team Orangutan Elite 1v3. Ginotra barely surviving here because zone is closing in. 1v3 is the situation. He's able to take down Iconic, now turning into 1v2 up there. Iconic, will he be revived? Shall not be the cause of concern. Ginotra, will he be able to take down? No. He doesn't give points to anyone. He gets self-eliminated and something great. Orangutan Elite, by the end of the day, they are able to get the booyah for themselves. And here we go, MVP Pahari, the self-grenade knocker man for the team. And if there's something you want to go ahead and discuss, please make sure you do Edge.
Well, here's the thing. Par is like, I'm just too good for the game, so you know what? I'll just give the other teams a better chance of taking us down. So I'll just knock myself out. Happened yesterday, happened today as well, the map of Kalahari. But yeah, I mean, why is his team not giving him a sniper rifle? I mean, you and I both know. I mean, everyone in the audience, everyone in the view, every single one knows a party is a really good sniper. Why the hell are you not giving him a sniper rifle? Why does he have a FAMAS and why is he using it for long range fights? Not even mid range. That was really long range fights that he was taking against Assassin Army and TG. So that is something to think about. But yeah, once again, those grenade launching. I think his grenade launching skills are not that great. I don't know how it's happening. Is he throwing it at himself? Or is he throwing it at somewhere like maybe to a wall and then it's bouncing back? I want to know what's happening. Is that intentional, or is it like him in the heat of the moment just messing it around?
He is definitely missing it around. He is the sniper for the team. Iconic is the grenade man for the team. He should have given the grenade launcher. They had actually two grenade launcher. We did mention in a while back where I said they have got two natural airdrops. That means they're going to have two grenade launcher and a lot of multiple ammos. So with that, Pahari having that grenade launcher, self-knocking himself, there was no scope of revival whatsoever. With Famas, he was able to create those wonders. He was still the MVP for the team. But Pahari, take it from me as well as Edge. You are the perfect sniper for the team. Let Iconic RDP Killer go ahead and get those grenade finishers knocked. Because daily by the end of the day, map of Kalari comes in and it is Pahari who knocks himself. So we'll talk about that a little later if we talk about map 5 scorecard. Orangutan Elite with a total of 20 points on position 1, followed by Blind Esports with 16 points on position 2, TG Tycoons with 11 points, UG Empire with 10 points, Godlike 0 frags. The last man, Ginotra, who was able to survive until position 2. Now that was something massive for these 9 points. And all the credits to him.
Yeah, I mean, all he did was survive, right? Unfortunately, he did manage to take down one player, but he could not get the kill confirmed. Assassin Army, on the other hand, 5 rank points, 3 kill points. But with this performance, I think Orangutan Elite made their way into the top 6. Now the question I have in my head, is it going to be Blind or TG making it? Because UG, they were there and when we took a look at the overall scorecard after the map number 3, but we are done with the other 3 maps as well. And I think Orangutan Elite might just made it into the top 5, maybe top 6. But TG Tycoons, Blind Esports, UG Empire, only one of these teams, if I'm not wrong, is making it. DESI Gamers, on the other hand, once again, they do have kills 4, but not a great rank placement. 3 points, total up to 7. Hyderabad Hydras, well, better performance from last time. 4 kills and 2 rank points puts their total up to 6. Helping Gamers, only 1 kill. Did survive for a long time. 5 total points. Chemin Esports, they did get eliminated really early, but 2 kill points, bringing the total up to 2. Headhunters, once again, on 0. Team Avatar, well, not the kind of a day for them.
Definitely, it was not a good day, not a good end for them. Headhunters and Team Avatar going away with zero frags. And if you talk about frags, by the end of the day, at least final leaderboard or map wise scorecard for the map of Kalari, we did spot total of 10 kills coming in from bottom half of the leaderboard. Talking about top half of the leaderboard, 8 frags coming in from Team Orangutan Elite. A very good performance spotted here, particularly the man iconic with the grenade launcher was able to take down 4 players together. And we play good, we don't play good. Desi gamers still qualify towards the next stages with being on position one. Congratulations, Desi gamers, followed by TG Tycoons with 15 points away. But the buffer is not going to get counted because all six teams are getting qualified. Chemin Esports, Orangutan Elite, UG Empire, and Helping Gamer. Well, there were two table turning matches for them where they were able to survive until top two, top four, and also get those amount of kills. All top six teams have crossed the marker of 100 here, and the Desi Gamers did not go as strong as they went yesterday. And highest fragger is also changed. It is not Orangutan Elite, but it is TG Tycoons.
Well, Desi Gamers ended off on 106 yesterday. So with that in mind, I think they only got 39 points today. Usually that would be a disaster, but since Desi Gamers had a really good first day, they made it into the top six, especially sitting on the first position. Helping Gamers, on the other hand, those last couple of games did help them a lot. Even yesterday they had a really good last two maps. Even today, the last two maps, I don't know, Helping Gamers, I think they like to play under pressure, when they are at the bottom half of the scoreboard. They like to put up their best games. But Chemin Esports, what a start of the day to the day they had, getting that booyah. And also Godlike. But unfortunately, they are not going to be making it. I think they had three booyahs overall. So that is still a sad sight for us not getting not qualifying. Although you did manage to get three booyahs there, Tanya.
Teams like
Oh,
Godlike, teams like Blind Esports not getting qualified, and they miss by just 1 point. Now that is heartbreaking for sure. Ginotra did survive for as long as possible, but ultimately points does get counted. They focused more on standing point, and they are also 1 point less. And talking about position 8 until 12, they were under 100, and the only team under 50 was Team Avatar 07. Somewhere Team Avatar also tried to give up some good show, put up some good show into the final segment for the day, but unfortunately that was not sufficient enough. We always tend to mention you need to be consistent, you need to be very strong. Team Godlike into top 6 by the end of yesterday. Today they are into the bottom 6. That is really a very very heartbreaking news for Blind Esports as well. Blind Rush on the map of Bermuda going into the blue zone, I think that also did not work wonders, but still the buffer is massive, so that minute mistake shall not be counted. But for Godlike, it is a massive loss for not qualifying.
1 point. 1 point. That's all it took for Godlike to lose and not qualify. That's going to be the end of their journey in the World Esports Cup. So basically, the last group, we had, I think, 2 to 3 teams making it past 100. But this group, we had
Yeah.
7 teams cross that 100 mark. That is an impressive feat in itself. But Godlike to lose with only 1 point. Even after getting three booyahs, they're gonna be heartbroken. That is for sure. But you gotta come back stronger. So take this as a lesson, and learn from your mistakes. Come back with a better plan of action, better executions. Because they were getting the booyahs, but the number of kills were just not in their favor, Tanya.
Absolutely. Number of kills were very, very less, not even 50% of what they had into the standing points. And now they are going to make note of it that they also need those extra kills to qualify. But Helping Gamers also leveled up into the final segment for the day. Though they did not get any booyah, that's all right, but they were able to survive into top 3, top 4 every single match. As alongside, they also had some kills, like 4 to 6 on an average, 4 to 6 kills were there. So I think that helped them too much. So group 1 shall be named as group of sweat because they do tend to hold themselves until they are not sweaty enough to pick up the battle. But this is the group of blood, group of death, where they want to make sure either they are landing or they are finishing. All they want is blood of the opponents. So two different set of groups and total of 12 teams, these are qualified towards the next stages of World Esports Cup powered by Infinix. smartphone, and in association with India Today Gaming and broadcast partner being Platonia Esports. Make sure you follow these all social medias, as well as if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure you ping that bell icon so that you get the notification whenever we go live, because Indian chapter is over, but there are two more chapters incoming for the future few days, and it is going to be chapter of Pakistan followed by chapter of Nepal.
Well, with that, we are done with group number 2, day number 2. Me and Tanya will be taking a short break, but you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the highlights of day number 2. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Infinix. Smartphone presents World Esports Cup, brought to you by India Today Gaming and alongside broadcast partner Playtone. Yeah, we were just done with Group Two, day number two of the Indian group stage. It was the BO12. We had the first six maps yesterday, and we had the last six today. So let's take a quick look. Well, here we have the highlights. That was a minor technical error there by Sudhin, but it's okay. We are back. We are back with the highlights, and it was a great day once again, wasn't it, Tanya? I mean, Group Two, day number two. It was actually interesting to start off with Godlike coming out on top. Well, we had a really good map one there, Bermuda. But moving on to the map of Purgatory, Godlike did not have a great run this time around. Chemin Esports, on the other hand, they were the ones coming out on top. Helping Gamer were eliminated in position number 11. Assassin Army, they actually had a good run throughout the entire series, but unfortunately, they were not. It was not good enough to make it into the top six at the end of the day. Ooh, what was that? Okay, okay, that wasn't. I wasn't there when that happened. He was actually just flying around. I did see that happen the other time when the player was actually run over by a goddamn vehicle there. But Rade, he was the star player for the side of Gemini Esports. If you ask me, he was doing a lot more damage than actually everyone else combined on his team. They were admitted in position number 5, but that consistency was everything for them. UG Empire also, consistency was the key. Yes, they were not on top every single time, but you gotta feel bad for Godlike Esports. They were doing a lot more. They were actually staying alive till the end every single time. But the amount of kills, well, it came around. It came back to bite them in the back. That is not a good thing. And Tanya, I mean, first two maps, Godlike and I think it was Chemin Esports. So this one, I think it was TG TYCOONS. They were putting up a good show as well.
TG TYCOONS is one of the newest team within the circuit. They are qualifying on position 2. Now, I'm very sure positions are not going to matter, but they are going to be tough competitions when all 12 teams will be combined together against each other. And they've got the drop point just as of Total Gaming has, which is Santa Catarina. Something great to be spotted for the future days within Indian segment. But coming back to today, team Chemin Esports here outside the circle, they were trying to eliminate all the angle or they're clearing all the angles, and Radhe Thakur with that grenade launcher, it was a massive defeat for the opponents.
This was map number 4, Bermuda. Once again, we actually expected Godlike to come out on top this time around, but that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case because Godlike. Every time we expect something from them, they unfortunately do not deliver. But when you don't expect it from them, that is exactly when they come out on top. Like even yesterday, 2 booyahs. Today, getting that first booyah, we did not expect that after yesterday's performance coming in from them. But the side of DESI Gamers was that's the team I'm most disappointed in today. I feel like if they did not have a great day yesterday, they wouldn't have been qualifying today because all they had was 39 points today. If my math is not wrong. Imagine they have 50 points yesterday. That would have been a total of 90, which is not good enough to qualify, Tanya.
But they earned themselves this luxury to play safe without any pressure, just randomly try out the new drop points, and I think they went very strong. Even after not performing very well today, they are still sustaining, still retaining on position 1. They were the unshakable power for yesterday as well as today. Combined together, they are still on number 1, and Team Chemin Esports are also putting up a very good show today in terms of rotations, in terms of frags, in terms of finishers, and talking about Blind Esports versus Chemin Esports. Esports, Blind Esports are totally choked here. But thanks to Desi Gamers pushing it right on time, where they survived a little extra minutes later on. And this was the exact battle. Maldi with 5 HP confirms the frags for himself, which was very, very interesting coming in. And OG Elite eliminated on position 5. And they realized here that now, with only one more match remaining, we will have to work wonders to qualify with some good positioning points, because teams like Helping Gamers, TG Tycoons were not giving any opportunity for accruing those extra kill points to qualify flawlessly.
Well, it was a great start for the side of headhunters, but unfortunately they did go down. This had to have this emotes. I mean, they were going down anyway. They know they were not going to be qualifying. So they're trying to have fun. They try to kind of BM, I guess. I don't know. Trying to get into the heads of the players, but unfortunately that didn't work out. DG will be taking them out, but they did get eliminated in position number 8. But this fight coming in from Orangutan Elite, I don't know why. I mean, impressive that Pahari was actually able to get those many kills with the FAMAS at that range, headshots as well. But why the hell does he have a rifle instead of a goddamn sniper rifle? Is the question. Pahari was doing a
Loot
lot of damage. Let. Mm-hmm.
loot the stage is very difficult to accumulate, and I think he was not able to procure the required sniper. But what he procured was a grenade launcher where he self-knocked them, but the team saved him for sure. Iconic went overboard in terms of getting those grenade kills. 8 kills within just the final circle. Still, Pahari being the MVP, Orangutan qualifying towards the next stages, coming into the top 6. That was all required. What guns, what team support, what work was done will not be counted for the day. It is the time of celebration for top 6 teams who just immediately qualified. And in terms of immediate, it was a total 4-day procedure to qualify towards the next stages for the Indian segment, which is never so easy. You have to strategize, you have to counter strategize, you have to prepare about what can you expect, because the day one is definitely the day of learning. Just like team Helping Gamer will be in my eyes for the next Indian stages for sure. They learned on day one, they literally went overboard on day two, and they proved their worth by the end of the day.
Well, that they did. They did not have a great start, but moving on to the later parts of the day, that is when they started having better performances. And it was the same case today. They did not start off strong, but they ended really strong. And where they ended was in the top 6. 1 point difference between them and Godlike doesn't really matter. Do you care? Did you qualify Godlike? Nope. Helping Gamers did. That's all that matters, right? Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. That's what the saying says. So with that, we are done with the Indian, group stages. Now, moving on to Pakistani group stages. What are your expectations, Tanya?
Pakistan group stage as well. I think no rotations shall be expected. They are very aggressive players. They are happy with 3 teams colliding at the same grounds. It's okay if they get unhealthy. It's okay if they are eliminated early on. All they are doing is fighting for kill points, and I think that has to be continued. It is their basic way of play, and this has to be continued. Whatever you are naturally good at playing, that is exactly you shall be playing. So, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, we are going to initiate with Pakistan group stages. Make sure you mark the calendar, because it is World Esports Cup powered by Infinix smartphones. And on 13th, when we are going to come back with Pakistan group stages, we are going to also introduce you to the new Infinix Note 11s, where you can pre-book, where you can buy, where you can register everything. For these sort of details, you again have to follow the social media of India Today Gaming, broadcast partner Platonia Esports. So you will have to know, wait and watch. And the players all are playing also with the strong phones of Infinix itself, and you can see how strong they are playing. This is me, Tanya. Alongside me, it is Edge. Edge, if there are any final words, please go ahead.
Nah, man, I've already said enough for the day. It has been an interesting day to start off. We did start off with Godlike winning, but we ended off with Godlike not even qualifying. That's gonna be stuck with us for a while. That's gonna be stuck in their heads. But we have a 2-day break right now. And maybe we'll forget about that. We'll focus more on the Pakistani group stages. And it does give enough time for the side of for all the 12 teams. Once again, congratulations, and to all the 12 teams that have not qualified, don't be disheartened. It is time for you to take this as a stepping stone and come back stronger next time around. But that's it from us for this Indian group stages. Me and Tanya, we will see you again on Monday with the Pakistani regional group stages. But until then, Take care, good night, and stay safe.